Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
Hello, party peoples. How are you guys doing? So look, I didn't watch NXT, but that's pretty loud, dude. Unless somebody's gonna come in and what? No, your phone.
Oh,
What, dude? I was talking about your phone. No, I wasn't talking about you sneezing, you freakazoid. I was talking about your phone. My God, today. Jesus. Jesus Christ. All right. So, I did not get the opportunity to watch NXT, but I will recap it to the best of my ability. I do have some thoughts. Yes. All right. So, first things first. They had OTM and TNA's Mike Santana facing off against Dog State. Now, I don't know exactly how that match went down. Doesn't really matter. Dark State lost. It was a sad day for Dark State. And they seem to be in quite the uproar. Okay. Cutler almost lost his eye or some dumb shit. And everybody seems to be all in their feelings. They don't have no tag team titles. And they just seem to be on a downward spiral ever since Tony made it his mission to come back and destroy Dark State. Now, I don't know how they plan on resetting themselves, but it seems that Monsieur Dion has, even though he's circling that title, he can't seem to get close enough to it to start no shit. So they lost, they're out, and there it was. Okay. Glad for Mike Santana. They were in, New York. It's his hometown. But Santana hit the spin the block, which allowed OTM to pick the bones and score the win. Okay. Very good time. Very, very, very good time. However, we are moving on to the next match. Let us move on. Okay, great. Let's pull it up. Here we are. Birthright went up against Los Americanos. Los Americanos beat Birthright. Thank God. I've never wanted a team to beat somebody so badly. Lexus King tried to cheat and take out Bravo with his cane, but Shiloh came out there and chased him off. That allowed El Grande Americano to appear and cause enough of a distraction, and that also gave Bravo and Rayo the win over Uriah Connors and gave them the W. So they had put that steel plate in a mask took out Uriah Connors, and they got the dubs. So they're the tag team champions, or they're the number one contenders to face off against Vanity Project for the tag team titles. Next match. The next match. Jada Parker faced off against Kaylani Jordan. Now, Jada Parker and Kaylani Jordan are feuding now because Jada doesn't like the fact that Kaylani is running around bullying everybody, and she bullied Thea last week after she beat her. So Jada and Kaylani had their match. Now, Jada Parker beat Kaylani Jordan. This is a big win for Jada. Kaylani Jordan is a former TNA Knockouts champion, former inaugural WWE North American Women's Champion. So this is a big win for Jada Parker to be able to be a former champion. Okay. And she did it in New York. So that's a very big deal. Now, because this happens, I don't know where this is going to put Jada Parker, but it put Jada Parker in a very good spot moving into another space. However, Kaylani Jordan ain't never let nothing just go. So I see. I don't see this working out for them in any way, shape, or form. In fact, this feud is more than likely going to continue between these two ladies. Okay. With that being said, let us move on. Okay. Yeah, move on. Now, Joe Hendry and Ethan Page and Ricky Saints and Tony D'Angelo got into it. It got into a big old fight between all four men. Don't ask me how it started. I didn't see that. All I saw was Joe Hendry and Ricky Saints getting crushed through two tables. That's all I saw. So I don't know what happened, but I just know that the four of these men are volatile as hell with each other. And the shit is not getting better. It's just getting worse. But there is some silver lining because Stand and Deliver, I believe Stand and Deliver is this weekend. Let me double check though. Let me see. Let me pull up my little page. Yeah. Stand and Deliver is Saturday, April 4th. Oh God. We got a few weeks until WrestleMania. Oh Jesus. Things are about to pick up real fast. Stand and Deliver is Saturday. It is Saturday. Let that sink into your brain. My God. Anyways, we got a lot going on, child. Now, Keanu Carver and Jasper Troy had a match, and no referee would take this match. So Josh Briggs volunteered because, as he put it, he is not afraid of the two big behemoths. Now, apparently, this was a massive rivalry between Carver and Troy, and it seems like it's far from over, even after Josh Briggs was in as a special guest referee, and apparently he overstepped. But Keanu Carver had a big match in this particular match. He was going left and right, tearing apart just Jasper's Troy, even attacking a fan at one point. But Troy was able to recover and catch him and plant him through the announcer's table. This match spilled over and it ended up turning into a lot of mess that it didn't need to. After receiving a shove from Jasper during the match, Briggs essentially clotheslined the shit out of Troy and allowed Carver to pick up the win. Now, if this had been a normal match, or if they had put this kind of match inside of a cell where they could do whatever they wanted to, and all the referee had to do was stay out of the way and count, I think this would have been a better matchup than to have Briggs in there causing more havoc than he needed to. But it's going to switch Troy off of Carver onto Briggs because Briggs cost him the match. So now we'll see how this works. It's going to be the battle of the big men here. And am I here for it? Doesn't really matter. Oh, Curious, your hometown. They are gonna be in St. Louis. They're gonna be in St. Louis. I don't really care for Briggs. Briggs is not one of my favorite people. Does it mean that he's not a good wrestler? No, that doesn't mean that at all. Does it mean that he can become one? Yes, because just like everybody else, he has potential. However, at this current moment in time, that has yet to be seen. I'm not the biggest fan of Jasper Troy. I find him to be irritating and annoying. He doesn't really have much going for him. And it's not even about his look, it's just about his character, his aura. He's just very, very boring to me. So I don't really care for him either. But things can change, just like my views on Izzy Dane has changed. Things can change when it comes to Jasper and Briggs. So we'll see as to where they go as they continue to develop in the system. With that being said, Blake Monroe still had Tatum Paxley's title, and Tatum Paxley and Blake had a nice little confrontation, which led to a fight. And the two of them are now going to be battling it out for the NXT Women's North American Championship at Stand and Deliver this coming Saturday. Okay. Now we got two more things to talk about. Like I said, OTM and Mike Santana were able to best Dark State. Don't know where this leads Dark State, but it is what it is. Now, the final match of the night was Lola versus Kendall Gray. It ended in a double pin. So what you got? Well, it got a pin and a simultaneous submission. Kendall Gray did have Lola's shoulders pinned to the mat, but Kendall also tapped. Lola had her in an armbar. She also tapped. So we have an issue. Two referees saw what happened. The one in the ring and the head referee on the outside saw what happened. So to make it so that it was simple, Shawn Michaels and Robert Stone have decided that Lola Vice and Kendall Gray will compete against JC Jane this Saturday at Stand and Deliver for the Women's NXT Championship. Now, towards the end of the show, Lola and Kendall Gray got attacked by Fatal Influence. This led to, of course, Ren Sinclair, Kendall, and Lola getting up and defending themselves, fighting against the girls and taking them out. And of course, JC Jane got to stand tall in the end, but the girls were able to recover and take out JC at the end as well. So you got kind of a double momentum situation going on here. JC Jane is going in to Stand and Deliver as champion, but will she walk out as champion? For God's sake, I hope she doesn't. It's not that JC Jane hasn't been a good heel champion, but at this point, we are going too freaking long with that women's championship, and the men's title has changed hands 3 times within the last year, maybe 4. Ricky Saints was champ, dropped it to Obafemi. Now Joe Hendry's champion, and any number of those men could end up champion right now. Okay, so within the last year, matter of fact, prior to that, this was earlier in the year. Prior to that, Obafemi dropped the title to Ricky Saints. So I was right. It's been dropped like 4 times. You've got Obafemi that was champ. Oba drops it to Ricky. Ricky dropped it back to Oba. Then you had Joe Hendry being champ. 4 times the title has changed hands. And yet the women's title stayed with JC Jane. And to be fair, if we're looking at it from a kayfabe standpoint, the only reason why JC Jane has been able to keep her championship as long as she has is because the 2 women that flank her are too stupid to recognize their own worth and to fight for themselves or to possibly go after being champion themselves. But it is what it is. So we'll see. I'm hoping that Lola gets the title, but if she does it, I stand by what I said. That woman needs to be the one to come up to the main roster and cost Dominic Mysterio and fucking Liv Morgan everything. I mean, she needs to be up there shaking it, dipping it, and doing it and cost them everything. All right. Now that we are caught up to speed with NXT, let us look at Stand and Deliver. So because Stand and Deliver is going to be in St. Louis, Sexy Red has decided that she's going to pull up. Y'all know her new album is either getting ready to come out or it just dropped. I believe it just dropped. And Shawn Michaels has been listening to it because, he's the cool uncle. But anyways, she's supposed to be swinging by. So you guys will get to see Sexy Red at Stand and Deliver while they are in St. Louis. This is going to be on the pre-show. It's a countdown. You're going to have a 5-on-5 tag team match, so a 10-man tag team match. Birthright will face off against Hank and Tank. I believe that is Eli Knight, Ren Sinclair, and Shiloh Hill. They will compete, and we'll see who wins. It looks like it's just a bragging rights situation here with NXT's newest faction, Birthright. It's a huge faction. I really wish they would let Charlie Dempsey go out on his own. He's been in a faction his entire time there, except for the early stages, and I don't see Birthright going anywhere. But more than likely, one of them is going to end up taking that North American Championship. I'm just not sure who's going to get it. Anyways, Tag Team Championship is being contested. Vanity Project will face off against Los Americanos. Now, if you don't know who Los Americanos is, you've been living underneath a rock. This is Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne under the guise of a new persona of Rayo and Bravo. All right. And of course, El Grande Americano is going to be in their corner. Now, if you didn't see on social media, So Ruka tried to accost, or rather, Zarya tried to accost So Ruka. She's very emotional for somebody who believes that So Ruka was basically hogging her spotlight. But it's none of my business. Anyways, she waited until they were outside at the hot dog stand in New York and just having a good time. It was Callie and it was Nikita Lyon. Nikita Lyon had this long ass red fur coat on, and I believe it was quite warm outside. It wasn't cold that Friday. So, I mean, it wasn't cold that day. It was a Tuesday. So it was like 67, 70 degrees outside. I know that whole coochie was sweating. Anyway. Anyways, they was outside and Zarya decided to walk up on her and be yelling and screaming like a jilted lover. Like she was cheated on by her or some shit. It was so weird. And Callie had to push her away and tell the girl, calm down, like walk away. It's not that serious. And she kind of pushed Callie. Callie was like, girl, calm the fuck down now. Calm the fuck down. For you get your ass whooped out here in front of all these people. Then she walked away. And Soul walked away like she ain't have a care in the world. Soul walked away. She just, thank you for coming. The free promo, I live. But these two are going to finally battle it out at Stand and Deliver. And hopefully this will bring Soul up to the main roster because if they're not going to give her the NXT championship, then there's no reason for her to stay in NXT if you ask me. Miles Bourne will face off against one of NXT's greatest superstars, Johnny Gargano. He looked like he's finna use his ears and fly right off the page, child. But Gargano is back in NXT, and, well, yeah. Anyways, before we get to this one, we have the NXT Women's North American Championship being contested. The Glamour is going after what she believes is rightfully hers, the North American Championship that Tatum Paxley had to fight to get from Izzy Dane. Now, she is the current champ, and Blake Monroe has stolen her title, and I don't think she got it back, but I didn't get to watch the whole segment, so my bad. But they will be competing over this championship. Either way, the title will be in good hands, and I believe the match will be good as well. Tatum has done a really good job solidifying her character, and we already know what the Glamour is capable of. So we're not mad at it. We just want to see where it's going to lead and how things are going to go going forward. Because if Tatum retains, then of course they're going to have to continue this out to the next PLE. But if Blake gets it, I wonder if Jada Parker will double back and possibly get the title from Blake Monroe. Because the last time those two met, Jada Parker lost against Blake Monroe. So it'd be very interesting. And lastly, but surely not least, We have the men's NXT championship. Until we get the graphic for the women's championship, which it should be up in a few, they do have it set as a triple threat for the title. I just want to be clear about that. The NXT men's championship is on the line in a fatal four-way. Ricky Saints has been going after Joe Hendry ever since Joe Hendry threw him off of a ladder in the ladder match to determine the new champion for the newly vacated NXT championship. And Ethan Page, while he's been a great NXT North American champion, has always pined away for that NXT championship. He's had it before, and of course now he wants it again. And then we have Tony. Tony D'Angelo has competed for the title, but he's never actually held it. And now that he has the opportunity and nothing but time, no family to babysit, it's just him and everything and all his animosity that he's been carrying. His sole focus is to become NXT champion. Meanwhile, Joe Hendry has been carrying the title with pride, grace, and a lot of anger from being attacked at every single angle. With that being said, who you think is going to win? Is it going to be Saints? Is it going to be Page? Is it going to be Hendry? Or is it going to be D'Angelo? To me, it doesn't matter who wins the title. Every single one of these men can carry the weight of the NXT championship. I know some people aren't a big fan of Tony D'Angelo, and that's fine. But if we're talking about being realistic, none of these men are outside the scope of being champion. Every single one of them have main event status. And so we just have to wait and see how it goes. Me personally, I wouldn't mind causing a little chaos. I would give that title to Ethan Page just to cause the chaos. And I would have Joe Hendry try to win it back. And he would probably wait until somewhere close to SummerSlam and win it back around that time. Then bring Page up to the main roster. And then you could have Tony and Hendry fight it out. As far as Ricky Saints is concerned, I think Ricky Saints has done more in a short amount of time than any NXT superstar I have seen on that roster. And I think it's beyond time for Ricky Saints to come up. But if my calculations are correct and Ricky Saints does end up leaving NXT, I think a new faction is going to be born with not only Ricky, but Royce Keys. I'll let you figure that one out. Anywhoosies, ladies and gentlemen, that is your NXT recap. And like I said earlier, NXT Stand and Deliver will be in St. Louis on Saturday, April 4th. You watch on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, not on Peacock, on YouTube. Okay? So make sure you guys are where you need to be in order to see it. Because if you're not in the right spots, you won't watch it. It's not going to be on Peacock anymore. Peacock no longer has the rights to NXT or any WWE content besides the ones they've already been promised, like the Shawn Michaels documentary that is getting ready to come out on the dot on Peacock on April 13th. Okay. Don't forget, it starts. Show starts over on Netflix 7 p.m. or it starts on YouTube at 7 p.m. If you're in the States, you watch it on YouTube. If you're overseas, you watch it on Netflix. Cool? Cool. Glad we're on the same page. Now that we got that out the way, let's talk about Shawn Michaels' new doc. Shawn Michaels' documentary is going to debut over on Peacock, and it is called Becoming Shawn Michaels, and it will arrive on April 13th. If you haven't seen the trailer, I highly recommend you can go over to Fadeaway Media over on X. Everybody on Instagram has reposted it, so you can go over there and watch it as well. I think it's going to be a very interesting documentary. I am going to watch it and give you guys my commentary on it, as I always do. Okay? So, we have that. The The girls and I are going to be on the pod tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. The podcast will go up live tomorrow, and we're going to be talking about some things, okay? On the podcast, we're going to be doing one topic. After we get through some of the quick things that we need to talk about, there's going to be one topic, and the topic is this. If you woke up in Triple H's body, what would you do? Now, I posted a video where I gave a very vague statement because I didn't want to make the video too long because there are a lot of things that you can change, shift, and move. But I wanted to make sure I hit the most important points first, and then we can deep dive into it. But I posted the video. It is already up on this channel currently. It has a small amount of views, but I want you guys to go watch it so you can hear my thoughts, okay? Like I said, I just gave you a broad stroke of what I wanted to do if I woke up in Triple H's body. But you guys go over to that video and comment what you would do if you woke up in Triple H's body, okay? Give me some traction on the video, please. But tomorrow, the girls and I are going to be live, and we're going to be talking about it there. That's going to be our main topic. All right? I just wanted to make sure I gave you all that tea, honey. Now, one more thing. Did anybody else watch Jackie Chan Adventures? It was just me. It was just me and you. Did you order food?
Yeah, it's like I hear you.
Oh, I was just asking, baby, if you ordered anything. Because you just been sitting here. Ain't nobody ringing no doorbells or nothing. I was like, huh, what's going on? Anywhoosies. Let's have a little conversation, shall we? Let's talk. Yeah, you didn't know Jackie Chan? Okay. So let me tell y'all, back in the day, in the 2000s, Jackie Chan had a cartoon, honey. And it was called the Jackie Chan Adventures. It came on, what was it, WB at the time? It came on Channel 55 here in Cleveland, but it was on the WB. It was a part of that kids block. Yeah, on Saturday. Shaolin Warriors came on. It had Jackie Chan Adventures came on. I didn't think Shaolin Warrior and Jackie Chan Adventures came on at the same time. Didn't they come on Saturday? One came on Saturday and the other came on Sunday?
You might be right about that, but
because they had a block, Jared. They had a block that came on every day. She said, "Oh, okay, yeah." It was cute. If I wish they would put the old cartoons on and just let the cartoons run. Like Boomerang used to be the place where all the OG cartoons would go. But then they started creating actual content for Boomerang. And I was like, no. You're doing too fucking much. Do what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then like we thought because Cartoon Network and Boomerang were all a part of the same company that our old cartoons would pop up over on Boomerang, which at first they did. You remember, AJ, like you could watch Cow and Chicken, Dexter's Laboratory, all of that shit. It all popped up over on Boomerang. But then all of a sudden, Boomerang started putting new cartoons on Boomerang. Like you start getting new versions of Tom and Jerry over there. They start making like Winx Club. When Winx Club moved from Cartoon Network, they put that shit over on Boomerang.
What are we doing?
And kept the cartoon going. Then they started making new stuff for because every 10 to 15 years they make a new goddamn Scooby-Doo. I don't know what their problem is, but they do it every 10 to 15 years. And they made another version of Scooby-Doo, put that shit on Boomerang. And I was just like, what are we doing? What are we doing, sirs and ma'ams? This is not Boomerang. Boomerang had Flintstones, okay? Boomerang had all of the Hanna-Barbera cartoons. They had all of them. And for them to like, they pulled all that shit off. You could only watch that late at night. But it was a time where they had moved out of the space of cartoon. Yeah. They had moved out of that space and they started moving in with the new versions of the cartoons, like Camp Lazlo, my gym partner's a monkey,
Yeah.
and Total Drama Island. Shit like that started popping up on Cartoon Network.
Was my shit.
And then they had a regular show.
Yeah.
Then later on they added in Gumball. You had Uncle Grandpa. Then Adventure Time started to pop up. Steven Universe. These are eras of like cartoons. But like during my time, we had the cartoon people making cartoons for us. And that was like, that shit was lit. You know what I'm saying? You stay up all night trying to catch the new episodes because they would put them on. They would put them on late, so they'd be on like between 6 and 8, right before Adult Swim started. Which Adult Swim got started because of some of those cartoons. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Yeah.
Was the reason why they did Adult Swim, because it came on. It came on 7:30, 8 o'clock, but it was an episode that they was doing. Zorak called Space Coast Biatch, and they was like, we can't have that when the kids was watching.
But it used to come on late. It was like 8:30 when that would come on.
But they said they couldn't do it because the kids. If I remember that episode too.
So that's how Adult Swim got started. And then you would see on Adult Swim, they had Venture Brothers, Space Ghost, what's that? The League of a Thousand, that's C show. That's the one. They had that show. They had they put home movies on there.
Home movies in
Mission Hill,
home movies. Space Ghost Coast to Coast, and the Oblongs were the original block.
That was the original block because they moved Oblongs and Mission Hill from CW.
Yeah,
and they gave it to Adult Swim.
Then you would start see like the Zorak show had.
They gave Zorak his own show, yep. And then they moved into
their own original content.
That's when you start getting C-Lab 2021. Yeah, and you got Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and then you got Moral Oral. Yeah. You got that evil dog, the demon dog. Yeah. You got that. That's it. Robot Chicken. Then later is when they moved in and put what's his face? Family Guy, yeah. American Dad. Mm-hmm. I thought they was gonna put the Simpsons over there but it's been syndicated everywhere else. Yeah. They didn't need it. And Futurama didn't show up over there. And I thought that was very interesting.
Futurama did for a little bit.
It was a little bit?
A little bit. It wasn't there long.
Child, I tell you, that shit was crazy. No, I didn't mean Hannah Montana. It just popped into my brain. Because, I mean, it's Hanna-Barbera is the name of the animation house. Or it was. I don't even think Hanna-Barbera exists anymore. Hold on. Let me double check. Yeah, I don't think they exist no more. Oh, wait, they might. Oh, no. Yeah, I don't think they do. Is Hanna-Barbera... Oh, damn. Is Hanna-Barbera still alive? I don't want to know if they're alive. Still in business. Yeah, they don't make cartoons anymore. Hanna-Barbera made almost all of them. Like, they were responsible for Scooby-Doo, Flintstones, but they've now been like, they are now owned by Warner Brothers, and they are being used as Hanna-Barbera Studios Europe. That's the new name of the company, and they currently own Cartoon Network Development Studio Europe and Cartoon Network Studios Europe. So it's a British studio now. And they were formerly at the Cartoon Network Studios, but now they're just Hanna-Barbera Studios Europe, which is crazy. So underneath the new versions of Hanna-Barbera Studios is where you have the new season of Gumball. That's the wonderfully weird world of Gumball. That's why it's like that. Because it's under a different studio. Which is fucking crazy. Because the amount of shit that Cartoon Network owned before they went down. The original Cartoon Network shows, or at least the most notable ones, Dexter's Laboratory, Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Jack, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Ben 10, the original Ben 10, Adventure Time, regular shows, Steven Universe, Clarence, We Bear Bears, Craig of the Creek, and Infinity Train. There's a bunch more. Mm-hmm. Cartoon Network Studios was a part of Hanna-Barbera Studios. And when they, switched over to Cartoon Network, because they were responsible, Hanna-Barbera was responsible for a lot. They were responsible for Scooby-Doo. They were responsible for the Flintstones, the Jetsons. So let me see. Tom and Jerry was the first cartoon that Hanna-Barbera produced. And that is how they gave birth to Hanna-Barbera. And it's called Hanna-Barbera because the last name of both of the animators' names is Hanna-Barbera. So they were responsible for so many different like shorts. They had like shorts that they produced, but Droopy, Spike and Tyke, and then they did like title sequences and commercials for I Love Lucy, and that's kind of how they got their start. They did some old school shows. So back in the day, they did the Rough and Ready show, Huckleberry Hound show, Pixie and Dixie, Mr. Jinx, Yogi Bear, Hokey Wolf. So all of those old school TV shows is what you remember outside of like Looney Tunes is what they did. Hannah Montana had her anniversary special just recent. Yeah, I know. I was not a Disney kid. I did not watch Hannah Montana. And everybody gets mad at me because I say I don't really care for Hannah Montana, but I did it. I was watching like let me see when Hannah Montana came out.
You don't get the best of both worlds.
No, I didn't care about Hannah Montana even like before. I just wasn't interested because I'm looking at this girl face and I'm like, y'all telling me y'all see this little girl and she don't look like Hannah Montana to you? Like they did not care. And they was like, well, you didn't say that about Moesha. I'm like, Moesha made her character very separate from Brandy. She couldn't even sing. Moesha couldn't sing.
Moesha could not sing. Moesha was making it very clear to distinguish.
I'm not Brandy. Like you saw it. Nah, Jared. Hannah Montana came out when I graduated high school in 2006.
That's what I told you. We was in our late.
No, I was not going to watch Hannah Montana.
We were 20.
Why would I watch Hannah Montana?
We were 20 years old when that show started.
There's nothing about that show that appealed to me in any way, shape, or form. You get the best of
both worlds.
Yeah, no. I was 19 when that show came out. Why would I watch that?
I don't know. It just had that good feeling of watching the show.
Yeah, for you, babe. For you, because you were a kid. I was damn near legal to drink by then. It already was. I was already. I ain't give a fuck about no Hannah Montana. I didn't care about that bitch.
20 years old, I was busting them sons at the Marriott.
Nigga.
And you know what's
we was living life though, nigga. That was
the person that played her brother was like in his late 20s when they shot it.
She was my age, so we're very close in age right now. But I
her brother was like 28. Like when they had John Cena on one episode, they were the same age.
Well, there you have it.
I didn't know that. I thought he looked like a teenage boy to me.
John Cena?
No, the person that played Hannah Montana's brother. I forgot his real name. I remember him from Kicking It. What's his name?
His name was Jackson Stewart on the show. His name is
Yeah,
Jason Earls.
yeah. Apparently, he lied about his age, and he was like 28 at the time, and he was
He
supposed to
looked
come.
like it. He was just short.
I mean, to me,
Yes.
in my eyes, he looked like an 18-year-old.
I can't hear anything he's saying. Hold on. Okay. I couldn't hear nothing. Brandy said my young ass used to be up at night watching Robot Chicken. We all did, Brandy. We all did. Hiram, wasn't you born in 2006? I can answer that one. When Hiram come back, he can answer it. Not you old. You ain't even 30. What are you talking about? You're not even 30, bro. Like, how you old and you ain't even 30?
Wait, can you hear me now?
Damn, yeah. Shit. God damn. Mother, that was like a fucking echo in my ear. Jesus. Jesus
I'm sorry.
Christ.
I'm sorry. I had to switch to my computer.
Oh, okay. Oh, Aaliyah's here. Hello, Aaliyah. Jason Earls is crazy looking, crazy young looking. You think so? Because from what I'm looking like, he looks like an old man.
I
Even
mean,
when I was
now,
watching Kicking It, he looked like an old man. I'm very confused. Is it because he
it
had
might
that Justin Bieber swoop? He was
it
on
might have been that
that
wig. It really might have been that wig.
show. He looked like an old man in a little kid body, but me, I don't see it. I don't see it.
Well, I was young at the time, so
I ain't knocking it. I'm just saying what I see. I see a very young old man. Hold on, because there's a picture of Miley and him young. He looked like, okay. I don't see how y'all saw that, but like, let me see. Let's share this screen instead. Okay, so y'all see what he looked like. Let's see if we can
oh
zoom
Jesus.
in. Yeah, jump scare.
Oh, Jesus. I was gonna say time has not been on his side, but that's a little too mean.
What's that?
Back the game for you. You had your name on it.
Always something for me. That's okay. So this is what he looked like now, and then that's what he looked like back then. He looked like an old. He looks older with a young haircut. I don't understand. Like, do people not? Okay. Okay. They put them in them trays, didn't they? Told you. Yeah. You thought you had me, did you? Yours is the orange chicken because that's what you wanted with extra chicken. The other one is honey chicken, and yours has noodles, I believe.
Oh, so that what? So we got three.
No, this has fried rice. What's yours got? The same?
Pork egg rolls, orange chicken, extra. No, I got fried rice.
They both got fried rice.
Yeah.
It's fine. Is this one yours? You gotta taste it. Hold on, y'all. That's the orange. Ooh, choppy sticks. I don't even know how to use it. Thank you. I feel like I ate too much, and I definitely did not. I'm eating one of these egg rolls. Anyways, I didn't watch Hannah Montana, but I did watch True Jackson VP. I like that show. That's a good show.
I never saw it.
That's because you was too busy having your face stuck in Disney. And you missed out on your on younger Keke Palmer lusting over this white boy.
Yes, I was a Disney kid at heart.
Right. True Jackson VP, you had Jet Jackson.
I want to be an
I
actor.
did watch Jet Jackson. I love Jet Jackson. That was my man for a long time.
I cannot.
He was. That was a beautiful black man. You kissed my ass. We were.
I just thought it was hilarious on Rizzoli Niles. He was a detective. The dead bodies creeped him out.
Yeah.
One episode. I think this is one of the episodes.
I'm just going to copy and paste these answers.
They found the body in a barrel. He was treated. He's like, what is wrong with you? This was like, oh, shoot level.
Let me show y'all what Lee Thompson Young looked like before he passed away. Okay. He was on a TV show called The Famous Jet Jackson. It was an old Disney TV show, and it was like the first black-led TV show on Disney. But this is Lee Thompson Young.
Ooh, that's a fun.
Yeah, mind your business. I told you. You know, listen. You'll be acting like I just be liking Scrubs. The fuck? No.
I mean, that Machine Gun Kelly, I ain't never gonna let that go.
Child, fuck you. Okay. It was a white boy that can rap. And he ain't look like that when he started rapping. He got that way from doing drugs and being weird.
Even when he started rapping.
What is that?
But I did try using chicken thighs, boneless chicken thighs for my Cajun pasta.
Mm-hmm.
It turned out pretty good.
Period.
It took a while. I never stand that long for making Cajun pasta ever. Like literally, I started cooking at 11. I don't think I got done until like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Why did it take so long?
I don't know. The chicken, like, I did like 5 minutes on each side, and then I started cutting it. I was like, it's still pink in the middle. So I was like, I just put it back in the pot and let it cook. And then I had to wait on the pasta to cook, and then I had to cook my turkey sausage. And then I also had to cook cheddar bay biscuits. So it was a long night. but it was worth it.
Never cook it a little longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just running off of my orzo recipe because I remember from my orzo they said it says cook it on for 5 minutes on
Hannah
each side.
Montana was your era, Caleb. What do you mean? Like you literally were the target audience for Hannah Montana. So you're not old. You're fine. Our TVs were pixelated. My TV wasn't pixelated. I'm not that old. Oh God, that was a jump scare. I told y'all. He looked old back then and he looked old now.
No, that photo was two different olds.
Now there's two different olds. He look like that now.
Set things we set things.
He was a Lulu fan. I love True Jackson VP. I know. I hated that they took it off. They took it off right when she and that white boy got together. I was like, ugh, y'all. He did. That was probably one of the reasons why he did so well in Hollywood for a while. But I think he had, what do you have, schizophrenia or bipolar disorder?
Who?
Lee Thompson?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Because he took himself out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the weirdest thing happened to me today at work.
Yeah, he had bipolar disorder. Wow, what happened?
So I'm doing quad day, and we're promoting the games and everything. And this is like this one black girl, comes up to our table. It's me, my coworker Eli, and Jaden, and our boss Brandon. Now they talking about the game, promoting the game, and this and that, and she starts. I guess like she got excited and she screamed. I was like, okay, I'm already tired. I'm like, there's no need for screaming. So the conversation continues, and she was talking about this co-ed fraternity. Well, we was talking about, hey, like, because we're going against A&M next week for baseball. And
Okay.
it's supposed to be a big game. It's supposed to be bigger than UT. So, and we was telling her, like, oh, yeah, students are getting for free, but, like, you had to come in early or unless you're just going to be standing because tickets are sold out and there's going to be reserved seats and everything. And it was like, oh, you can come in with this co-ed fraternity. I'm not going to say the name because what she said was kind of, like, crazy. And she was like, oh, I have friends in there. I was like, cool beans. And she was like, yeah, they be fucking on each other. I'm like, what? And she was like, they be fucking on each other and they're all gay. I'm like, okay.
What? Hold on.
That's what she said.
Wait, why did she say that?
Because we mentioned that she could come in with the group. In those type of groups, because she said she had friends. I was like, oh, you can come in those, and you can come with them. I mean, you probably get as deep, but like, don't like stand out too much, probably get in trouble. But then she just brought up that how they be fucking on each other and they all like part of the LGBTQ community. I'm like, okay.
But like, who could be doing that? Who?
The co-ed fraternity. Which is it surprising? No. Because
it should be.
Not necessarily, because she's not lying. That's the thing. The thing was she's not lying because these are all like people, like the people that mainly join that fraternity are all fresh out of high school. And you're around a bunch of people all the time that, you know, do the same things as you do and do all that. So like, it tends to happen. And she was at one game night and they was all kissing each other and this and that. I'm like, okay, not the time or the place to be telling this story.
Okay.
But she keeps going. It doesn't stop.
Oh.
She keeps going.
Drink her a ginger ale, please.
Then she goes into her personal life. I'm like, not a therapist. Don't know why we going here. Then she started talking about how she was fucking this senior. Like a senior.
She started talking about who she's sleeping with.
Yes.
Okay, and y'all don't know her.
Don't know her from a can of paint.
And nobody told her, like, you
no
have
one
a
told
nice
her.
day?
I mean, we was like, I was like, is she gonna stop? Like, I didn't know what to say at the moment because I'm just like, shocked right now that she's saying all this willingly. No one asked her to say this.
So you really just sat there and listened to this girl talk about her sex life?
I didn't listen. My coworker listened. Because she was talking to my coworker. I left. I was like, I'm gonna stand back here so she doesn't talk to me about this because I don't want to hear it.
That is ridiculous.
She talks about how she was fucking this senior out of school that's married, but she didn't know she was married until, I guess, in the moment that she was talking about it.
Hold on. Like the man, is it a man she was with or it was a girl?
It was a woman.
But she was just talking about how all of them be doing gay shit.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
What's going on?
I don't know. It's my show. Let's go so weird. And then she's
like, so.
And then it gets worse. Then she talks about a guy she was fucking with and how he has a micro penis.
Why? And was she high?
I don't know. I was like, my coworker was like, she either
just sit there and let this girl say all this stuff to y'all.
My boss is standing there. I'm like, Brenda, you not gonna say anything?
I would have told her to move along.
And she just kept going, and she was. It gets worse. It gets worse. She was like, "Oh, yeah, he didn't know how to finger me right." I'm like, "Ma'am, please shut the fuck up. Why the fuck are you talking?"
Excuse me.
I'm just like, and then this is the part I didn't hear, but my coworker told me. She was like, then she's going in the conversation about her dad. I'm like, oh my God.
What is going on?
I was like, this is not a therapy session. Please stop telling your life story.
I just want to understand why she came up to you and just was like, yeah, I need to tell you about all my shit. Like, I just want to understand.
I don't know. I can't even give you an answer because I don't know how we went from sports to that.
Yeah, but when did she leave?
She left, and my coworker's like, oh, have a good day. But then she was trying to continue the conversation and say, my coworker's like, oh, have a good day. And then she got done talking, and then she was asking all our names. I was like, okay, bye. And then I just started busting out laughing because I just couldn't believe what happened. And I'm looking at my boss. I'm like, Brandon, you wasn't going to say nothing? He was like,
and what he say?
He was like, if I said something, she would just still kept on talking. I'm like, and then my coworker was like, either she's high or something. I was like, she's probably high on cocaine, because no way.
Niggas still do cocaine?
Yes.
Oh, addiction.
Yes. I'm just like, so I was like, so not the time or the place. One, I don't even know her name, so I'm like,
well, thank God you don't.
Cause I'm like, if I don't even want to see you next week at the game. I wish you don't come. I'm gonna tell security to kick your ass out.
Money trees. Yeah, they still do it. It never ended. Girl, cocaine expensive shit.
Shit, we had a coke deal on our campus last year.
How? He can't afford to move no weight.
That's what my friend said. I don't know. I don't do that. I don't do those drugs.
Mm-hmm. I bet your ass wouldn't have been messing around with that shit. Fuck around and your nose fall off.
Yeah, you see, I'm not an addict. I know drugs are bad for you.
Yeah, teen drinking is very bad. But I got a fake ID.
My ID says I'm 21, so teen wear.
That ass was in high school listening to a song talking about teen drinking is very bad. But I got a fake ID though. And then the song started. Tipsy. Oh shit. Excuse me.
But that's my day. That's how my work day went.
Wow, it's so eventful.
I know, and I
Oh my
also saw
god.
him, but like I was like, "Hey, homeboy."
So y'all just cool now.
Yeah, we're cool.
All right, great. Love that for
You do
you.
not want to hear it.
No, because I know where you're gonna go, and I don't feel like
I'm not gonna go anywhere. Like we're
I don't
cool.
believe you. I don't believe you.
We're cool. We have a cool dynamic.
Yeah, sure. Sure you do.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
But I hate
Love
that
it
my
so
boss said
much.
no I literally told my boss Brandon, I was like, don't ever tell him that he's in charge ever again because he almost got his shit rocked that day.
What happened?
So UT, the most unserious group of people started work that day, and my boss Brandon was like, "Oh, you're," he said, "You know who's in charge?" I was like, "Why the fuck is he in charge?"
Uh-oh.
He was like, "Because he knows everything." I'm like, "So do I, and I'm on street team. So what the fuck are we talking about?" I'm like, I'm not finna let someone that's in the same position that me talk to me like they're my boss.
No, it was
But
moldy.
but then whatchamacallit, you know, Brandon told him and he just like I told him, I was like, do not let this go to your head. And he went to his head. I was like, Brandon, don't ever say he's in charge ever again because I will he almost really got his shit raw talking to me crazy that day. And my boss was like, "Oh, it was an experiment." I was like, "Well, it failed tremendously. Don't do it again."
Ew. Not it failed tremendously.
It did, cause like I just oh my god, people at work can piss me off.
Apparently.
But I'm working on my anger issues, so
Are you?
yeah, I'm a new person.
Nigga, please. Hear that?
I'm a new person. You know,
Bullshit. I don't believe it. But
I'm working it because apparently my attitude was a problem last week, but no one wanted to talk to me about it, or talk behind my back about it. So I have to work on myself.
Oh, she said that's why I waited until I was 21 when I had a full drink like a responsible adult when I'm not being petty, which is always. Okay, Kayla. Wonderful for you, but I was definitely a teen drinker. So shoot me. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
It's part of my life. I can't help that.
It's
I'm
an
not going to
experience.
hide it either. What happened?
I said it's an experience. Like it happens.
Everybody drinks early. I was actually drinking before 19, so because we had Zimas back then. We had Zimas, we had wine. We had them
Yeah,
all.
I'm not a big fan of wine.
Purple people eaters, and it was just nothing but wine coolers, wine, and Zimas. My father and them didn't drink beer, so we couldn't steal that. And we
I
used
don't,
to drink
I
Bud
don't
Light.
understand how people can drink beer.
Beer's nasty, but you
It
know.
is like if you can just straight there and drink yeast right in front of my face, I'm assuming that you're dangerous.
So I need y'all to hear something, and we're gonna listen. This is via Twitter. The Kings of the Ring podcast shared this clip about Swerve Strickland and his honest thoughts on John Cena's rap career.
You know, I would say I got it. It was satirical comedy to me. You know,
made me think about because you kind of are innovative with doing that of bridging both of those worlds, bringing it into the wrestling world.
No, he's not.
How did you feel about the rap side of John Cena?
When
that first came,
yeah, I got it. It was satirical comedy to me. You know, I would say the first like real like person to bridge the gap was R-Truth.
That's
hip-hop,
accurate.
wrestling, hip-hop.
Good point.
So I always give him his flowers for that because he was like linking up with Tupac and shit way back. So like he's a pioneer for that for sure. And Jericho,
yeah, he was
like Fozzy, and not hip-hop, but definitely different genres, crossover musicians. Cena felt like it felt like it was a persona it was a skill he had, but I didn't think he understood what the skill was. I felt like it was just him joking.
Yeah.
And then it turned into like he discovered he fell into something.
Yeah.
You know, and then he's like, okay, now I'm going to go full force with this.
Yeah.
You know, and then like that became a little satire on TV.
Yeah.
And then it became like, oh, actually, we're going to make an album. It's going to sell really well. And I'm going to put you there with Murs and like actually like real MCs and stuff.
Yeah.
So that kind of like took on a life of its own for Cena. It was really cool seeing it like firsthand, like as a kid, like you understood the pathway that it was really opening up. So it was really cool to see it, like as for me, like because it was like, oh, it was a white rapper rapping and like wearing the jeans and jeggings and all these like, you know, chains and throwback jerseys and hats and stuff. I was like, oh, I get the joke, I get it. But then it became like, oh, this is actually a real persona.
Yeah,
you know,
it's coming.
Okay. So the reason why I played that is because a lot of people give Swerve a lot of credit for hip hop and wrestling crossing over, and they do. Why are you laughing?
Who said that?
They do give that man the credit. You just heard them dudes on Kings of the Ring give him credit for the crossover of hip hop and wrestling.
Oh shit!
I can't even name you one Swerve song.
You're not gonna name a Swerve song because he doesn't have any that's worthwhile, if we're being honest. Now, back in the day, before we got R-Truth on main TV, there was just John Cena. And then you had Crime Time, and they weren't rappers. They took the persona of what rappers presented, and then they became an entity. Okay. So when you're talking about mainstream wrestling, there were no rapper style characters. But if I'm going to say early stages of like hip hop persona, early stages of hip hop being fused into wrestling, then I'm going to go, and you're probably going to be like, whoa, but I'm like, you got to go back. You're going to have to go to WCW when they had Rey Mysterio unmask himself. Those days were Rey Mysterio using Latina hip hop culture in WCW. For WWE, what I remember is, of course, John Cena being a rapper, and then you had John Cena moved out of the rapping part of it, and R-Truth came in and became the only person who actually fused hip hop and WWE and wrestling together into one entity. As far as Swerve Strickland is concerned, his rapping is lackluster. It's non-existent, if we're being honest. And I'm very confused at I'm very confused at the conversation because it makes me wonder. I think I could put it in a different way. So, like, my question would have to be like, what are y'all listening to?
Shit, apparently.
Because even in rap, like when I listen to like even in the old school, like John Cena only has one album. He never proclaimed to be a rapper. He never said that. And I think that's where Strickland is very interesting when he says things, because he framed it as it was comedy. It was satirical. It didn't mean anything. But when you listen to John Cena talking about how he came across rap and how he heard about hip hop, he's from West Newbury, Massachusetts. It's a very white, predominantly white town. He ended up going to a school that was predominantly black. And he got introduced to rap music, people rap battling on buses, and that's how he got introduced to the music. Now, I'm not saying Swerve Strickland doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to music, because everybody has a separate perspective when it comes to hip hop music in general. But I will say that he has no concept of music because his music is terrible. It's not even John Cena level music, and that's saying something, because if you're going to do it on a tier level, and this is not me trying to shade John Cena at all, John Cena's at the bottom when it comes to white rappers, right? If you're going to put him in that category, even he will not call himself a rapper. But let's just go with the facts, right? You're going to say, okay, John Cena's base tier level when it comes to white rappers. I'm going to find a Swerve Strickland song because I need y'all to understand where I'm coming from. The only way that y'all will know what I'm talking about is y'all got to hear it for yourself. You got to hear it for yourself. So let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Now he has his entrance music, but he does have an album, and it's a new album, and he's got Swerve Strickland, somebody named Raekwon, and Monteezy on this song. I want the OG. Oh, okay. Here we go. I'm probably going to get flagged for this, but I'll cut it out if I need to.
Shut the fuck up.
Now, like, I need y'all to be real with me. Like, am I crazy? I'm fucking crazy. Like,
you sound like a SoundCloud rapper.
Even SoundCloud rappers have sense. Like, no.
SoundCloud
Like,
don't know that nigga.
You ain't lying. Like, what are you talking about? Like, this is my thing. I'll never hate on anybody's side gig or what they like to do. I'm not finna do that. However, if you're not good at it, I'm going to tell you the truth. You're not fucking good at it. And you're not a good rapper, bro. Now, do you have some semblance of fame because you come from wrestling and you're in AEW? Yeah. And I ain't going to lie, you earned it from what you've been able to accomplish in AEW. So that's fine. But to make yourself out to be... And what I really don't like is how people kick ass. I don't like that either. There's no shade to Kings of the Ring. They can interview who they want, say whatever they want, right? But my thing is this. You have this man on your podcast, and then you say that you're the big reason why hip hop and wrestling has, it has that crossover. And I'm like, what? Pardon? Are you serious? So R-Truth didn't exist before him, and shout out, and Swerve was like, no, R-Truth is the one who, really brought hip hop and wrestling together as one thing. Like he rapped his own theme. He sang it every time he came to the ring, like dead ass. That's true.
So we also not gonna act like this is Mafia did Mark Henry's interest in.
Well, that's not what they're talking about. Because if we're gonna there, then The Rock had his old theme music done by Wyclef Jean. So we're not talking about that. We're talking about wrestlers who can rap, like rappers and wrestlers in one. Swerve Strickland is not a rapper. He's somebody who dabbles in music. AJ Francis is a rapper. That's a rapper. B-Fab is a rapper. And that's not me trying to like, you don't know nobody, but I've heard what B-Fab put out when she was like opening up for Juicy J and them when they were on tour. I heard her music. It's okay. It's not my cup of tea. It's okay. It's okay. She got skills. This is not my cup of tea per se. You feel what I'm saying? And I like AJ Francis. I think AJ Francis is a dope rapper. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with AJ Francis. But Swerve Strickland is lacking. He lacks in context. He lacks in the ability to hook people in with their music, which happens a lot with a lot of people who want to be rappers or who admire the ability to be a lyricist. A lyricist and a rapper, though, those are two different things. And you got to know the difference. But I was over on Twitter.
That's why.
And of course, O'Shea Jackson Jr. was like, Black people quickly try to filter who's laughing with us and who's laughing at us. But there's a reason why John's shit worked. John was dope and it wasn't a character. WWE tried to make it a character. He said, I was a rock guy and even I love the Doctor of Thugonomics. Now, hopefully, even if they do check it, they clock it, you can hear it.
And I went back to collaborate. Let's try to do something good. And I went back there with expecting nothing. Did my thing. I get off the bus. Stephanie is waiting for me as we're getting on the jetway. She's like, how'd you remember all that? I'm like, you don't. You just, it's freestyle. You have like maybe a couple bars in your head, but you got to look.
Okay. So if you've ever seen John Cena on the podcast for O'Shea Jackson Jr., then you've heard John Cena tell the story of how the Doctor of Thugonomics came about. They were on the back of the bus. They were freestyling, and John Cena basically roasted all of them. This all stemmed from his ability to learn rap music, stringing together lyrics from rap music, and of course, doing it when he was younger with the school that he went to and being around Black people. Let me reiterate, being around Black people. Because it's our fucking music, okay? I want to make that very clear. But he did it on the bus while they were headed to another town, and Stephanie pulled him to the side and was like, how did you remember everything and do it? And he said, it's called a freestyle. It comes off the dome. You don't remember anything. You just go freestyle. And she was like, you need to do that. That's how the character was born. He then was like, hey, you know, we want you to do that as a character. And he's like, fine. And then he was able to facilitate the Doctor of Thugonomics and the John Cena that we knew, the very early stages of John Cena. That's what that was. And then we had that big iconic fight between Jericho and John Cena where they were, it was Battle of the Bands. It was on a Monday Night Raw. And I remember that show. It was loud. I had the TV up all loud and shit. I actually liked Fozzie's music then. Like I was having a great time. Just
Word
I was having a great time. Like it was rock music being played. The rock music was loud. It was good. I never shit on Jericho's band, Fozzy. I thought the Fozzy band was cool. And then you had Doctor of Thugonomics up there. It had John Cena's big, remember he had that big pendant that was like a circle and it had the C in there. I like that pendant, and they used to sell it. They used to sell it on the shop. John Cena had one that was iced the fuck out. And he stopped wearing it after because he switched from the lock and the chain to that pendant. And then he stopped wearing the pendant. I wanted that pendant so bad.
It was getting hard out here for a pimp.
You know it's hard out here for a pimp.
If you gonna sing it, push that shit out.
No.
Be quiet.
Ew, no.
She said that with her whole soul. Like, you might as well not even sing it.
I
cannot.
Y'all see how he treats me?
It's part of the bit. I'm sorry. She was singing it. He said, push that shit out.
But yet, when I send you dances, you say I can't do that.
Oh, I can't.
Oh, Jesus.
Pushing an O and pushing my knee past its limit is two different things.
And that's a fact.
I said to him the other day, and he said, "Oh, absolutely not."
Put it all
his
around my
limitations.
thing and arch my back and pop that thing and make
You
a
can
man
do that?
say, "Oh, none, baby." I'm gonna send you where he be sending to me. I believe
he's like, I'm not there, and I'm like, but you can get there if you work at it. He say you can get there,
Hey,
and I was like, so can you? I believe in you. I said,
No,
I
but
told him,
you
I
can
told
get
him, I told him, I said, I believe in you, and he said, I don't know what for.
And I don't blame him.
He's not understanding. I am very quick. 1-2 step, Beyonce, 90s coded. I don't need all that swirling and spinning around. You might get a little number out of me, just a little one, but not that big stuff. My feet don't really coordinate like that sometimes. I might trip. My ankle might lock up. I only got one good knee, so it ain't as easy as it sound.
I cannot.
Because my head say stop and my body say go after it say stop, and then one ankle be like, oh.
My God,
stop. And then we on the 15-minute rest break.
I still believe in you.
Okay.
Believe. Maybe you can convince Hope. More convinced than me.
Woo, Lord. Y'all ready for Stand and Deliver? It's coming on Saturday.
How the fuck am I supposed to watch it?
Baby, it come on YouTube, honey.
Is it free?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They didn't say you had to pay.
You know they be doing shit these days. You don't really know what's going on.
How the fuck am I supposed to watch
It's just so aggressive.
Because they just be doing shit.
Supposed to watch it. I don't know. I don't.
He just asked if he was ready to watch it.
Right.
But how would I be ready to watch it if I didn't know if I could watch it at all, Hyro?
I don't know.
So yeah, I was mad because we ramping up all this shit, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, y'all on YouTube. Y'all just made the decision last week. Normally, we would know something.
Yeah.
Like the Netflix deal we knew about that a year and a half before it happened.
Well, from what I can see on NXT's YouTube channel, there is no membership. So it doesn't look like you have to pay to watch the show. And it does say on it that it is on YouTube. It just says it's on YouTube.
Excuse me.
I didn't even know Stand and Deliver was this Saturday. So
it is Saturday.
Man, you've been away for the past couple of weeks. So.
It's been busy. It's never.
I mean, he just had to be in there telling him all her sexual business. Just
what happened?
Spilling her guts.
That's her fault for spilling her guts to me, because I don't know why you come up to my job and saying all that stuff.
So you're gonna bring me a birthday gift to my birthday party on my birthday with a birthday gift?
What happened? What's going on? I just woke up. Please
tell him.
Okay, so I was doing quad day at my school and whatever, and we was promoting the game and yada yada yada. And this girl comes up, and we're talking about the game. They're promoting. My coworkers are promoting the game, and this is how I knew it was some bullshit's gonna happen. Because out of nowhere, she starts screaming excitement. I was like, I'm already done. Then again, she talks. So we tell her, like, you know, we're going against A&M next week, and we're told, like, hey, you can join this group. They're a group of students. They're a co-ed fraternity. And then out of nowhere, she said, oh, yeah, I have friends in there, and they be fucking, and they all gay. I'm like, excuse me?
Okay.
I'm like, and it wasn't like the gay was out of malice because she is that. She swings those ways. But I was just like,
she do, just for future reference, she definitely does.
She does. Because you think this is bad? No, it gets worse. So I'm just like, okay, cool. didn't need to know that, but thanks for saying that. Something that we already all of us know.
Hold on, Hiram. If y'all want to watch Stand and Deliver, you have to subscribe to WWE's YouTube channel. The link is in the comments. That's how you watch the show. It's gonna be over there because they already have it set to go live in a few days. That's how they're gonna put on Stand and Deliver on their YouTube channel. It ain't on NXT's YouTube channel, which I thought that it should be on NXT's YouTube channel.
They don't ever post shit on NXT. They don't post it on
NXT
YouTube.
channel.
They don't post on their Instagram. You got a big bar and still film post about NXT on NXT.
Oh my god!
Okay, you gotta go, dude.
But if you want to go subscribe or get notified when it goes live, you can. It seems to be free. It doesn't seem to be something you have to pay for. So,
Glory be to God.
Go ahead, Hiram.
So she talked. So like, I'm like, okay, or whatever about the fraternity stuff. I'm like, okay, whatever. Then she started getting into her personal life. I'm like, she brings up like how she's dating the senior at her school, and apparently she's married or engaged, and she didn't know that until she started telling her life story. I was like, and my coworker's like, you should have looked at the finger. I'm like, please stop helping this conversation.
Okay, why are you engaging in this bullshit?
I'm like,
and they just sat there.
Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse. So then she brings up a guy she was messing with. She talks about how he had a micro penis.
Oh yeah, she definitely gay. She's a man, girl,
and that he didn't know how to finger her right. I'm like,
oh, that's a man.
That is
you
a man.
don't even know them though. Like
I don't know
it's
you
so
from a
wild.
campaign. I don't know you from a...
Hey, stop telling me that. I'm trying to fucking work.
I'm like,
see, that's what I was saying. I'm like, what happened? Why didn't y'all just tell her to shut the fuck up?
Can you go somewhere with all that?
Because every time I get ready to say something,
like I'm working.
Because every time I get ready to say something, my boss is like, "Be nice, be nice." I'm like, so this is why I just
fuck that. Choose violence.
No, for real.
Because if you wanted to, you could have reported that to a counselor.
Yeah,
literally.
That's border. If you're gonna be real, that is sexual harassment.
I was just like, this is just. I'm just sitting here like traumatized by this information. I'm like, mind you, I didn't even ask for your life story. Then she goes into her personal life story. Forget the sexual life. She goes into her conversation about her dad, and I'm like, okay, let's wrap this up.
That's where you draw the line. Is
literally.
The father?
I'm not gonna say what she said, but
what did she say?
They got some issues. They got some issues. They gotta work out. That's all.
Hold on, because you done told everybody this girl like wanted to get
right. You already spilling her business.
Just
like,
tell us what the hell she said. What'd she say?
She said her dad got some type of issues. I really don't correlate.
What's the issue?
I guess they don't like each other or talk to each other anymore. I don't know.
How are you lying? You know what she said. What'd she say?
I don't. You know, I gotta text my coworker right now and ask her what she said about that. Because I try to clock out. I really did try to clock out at the conversation, but it was so hard to because she just kept fucking talking.
I would have listened. I'm gonna tell all my friends what you said.
And I'm like,
literally.
And then she left. I just started buzzing out laughing because I'm like, this is not the time or place to say.
I would have laughed in her face.
I'm just like,
be like, bitch, you are so funny. Oh my god, you're hilarious.
Rico definitely would have got all the tea. We would have been sitting here knowing everything by now.
Literally.
But the thing was, I'm like, how are we from sports to you having sex and your dad like your life about your dad?
I want to know what happened with her daddy. Said she done told me everything else. Tell me what the fuck going on with the daddy. Shit.
Don't. I'm just like,
you be missing the most pertinent information. Nobody care about who should be
right. Like you don't even know how to ear hustle properly.
got daddy issues.
I didn't
Let
want
him
to
hear
hear
that
the
part.
part. I didn't want to hear until at home. I didn't want to hear the shit to begin with.
Well, you heard it.
But you heard
the
it,
least you
so
can
like
do
the
is be
least you could have
useful.
done, yeah.
So what do you want me to do? It's
What
like,
do you
what do you want me to do?
hear?
It's like,
You never want to hear nothing.
so what y'all want me to do? Like when she comes up again, say,
Yes,
I want you.
yes.
Let's
You know what I want you to do, Hiram?
I will not.
What?
Go ahead.
What would you want?
I want you to accept the fact that you do live for the mess. Like I feel like you keep denying this aspect of yourself. You like to be messy. Embrace it. Relish
I
it.
like to be messy, but like when the mess is calling for me, that shit was not calling for me.
Ew.
That's the best kind of mess.
You ain't lying.
It ain't got nothing to do with you.
It ain't got nothing to do with you. He told us everything but the dad part, and I feel like he know about the daddy and don't want to tell us, and that's pissing me off.
I hate to use our declaration. Aaliyah, please. I will say this: you are in your 20s. You better fuck off. Fresh in your 20s. You better everything you knew from your teen and childhood, throw it away. This is not gonna matter in the next 3 years anyway.
Well, he ain't lying.
Fuck off.
If I see her again, I'm gonna ask her about it. And I'm
don't ask her.
Well, no shit. We done. I mean,
especially not her friend. Just let her
it's
wait
too
for her
late,
to
nigga. Like.
I don't see the thing is I don't never go looking for information. Information always falls in my lap.
And it always follow Rico. I don't care where he at.
Let me tell you, this one time I was with my friend and his friends. We was at school. Why? They took this girl weed. We smoked her weed. Maybe she was not in the car. They was like, we don't have no room for you. She's like, oh, it's okay. I said, bitch. She wasn't my friend, so I was like, I couldn't vouch for her. But I was like, girl, you better than me. If I can't get in, you might as well get my shit back. I ain't finna smoke my weed without me.
No, but facts.
Y'all are crazy.
And how they get it in their hands and she ain't got it in hers? What the fuck?
She was down there for a nigga.
You crazy and you telling me?
So she was letting him do whatever. I was just like, girl, the dick can't be that
weed
good.
she paid for?
Yes, it was her weed.
Oh, you a bitch.
Over some dick.
I tell you what, I was high as hell that day.
I'm sure you were.
That's
it was so crazy. One of my friends had an extra Chick-fil-A sandwich. I said, oh my God, you are heaven sent. Give it to me.
That is the illegal ass shit.
It wasn't my deal to take. I was just along for the ride. Sorry. If that was my friend, I definitely would have checked that. But given that it was 2019, I didn't have to be girl's girl. So
she's pregnant.
I was cool.
Shit, I'm gonna stop being a girl's girl.
What?
I said I'm gonna stop being a girl's girl.
No, don't stop.
No, you be a girl's girl with the right girls.
Mm-hmm.
It's with the right girls, babe.
I'm gonna tell you now, this climate we in, them Hispanic ones ain't really the flavor for the conversation.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. None of my business.
He not incorrect though. He not incorrect.
They be backdooring, and
I have not experienced nothing, so I don't know.
I'm just going off of the information that was bestowed upon me. And,
look
pretty hefty information. That's why I say always go with your black and brown people. Anybody that's too close to opaque, you probably can't even do it for real. Topaz ass niggas.
I'm good.
Oh, in other words, I'll be starting my YouTube channel this month.
Slay.
What are we talking about?
Everything.
Like,
oh Lord,
liberty,
money. Yes.
Hoes.
I'm definitely boats and hoes.
Buddy
Boats and
hoes.
hoes. Nachos and pizza on my dad's boat.
Please stop.
No, we're gonna talk about music. I'm gonna do some music reviews, old stuff I haven't listened to, new stuff I haven't listened to. Going through discography and rating them, lifestyle, TV shows, just a lot.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will be subscribing.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we will.
Just like the rest of my tags down the gym.
Yes.
Because it's a brand.
Period.
It's a lifestyle.
Here we go. Make some money so I can go buy my domain. Everybody can get pissed off at me and buy my shit. Start telling me what to do. That's how y'all be getting caught up out here in these streets. Y'all be out here with a whole brand and don't lock it down. You got somebody like 50 Cent to go after you and buy it. Or Candy Burst go after you and buy it. And then you can't use it no more because it's not yours. Yeah, better learn the game before you get caught up. Michael Jackson, your ass. Take all your shit. And not only do it, he did it to 3 people.
He did it to the Beatles. He owned the Beatles' entire catalog. Michael Jackson's estate.
He did. Who else? He did.
Yeah, I found that out from y'all.
And I want to say Tupac was another one.
Yeah, because they was trying to license it. He owns. He bought a lot of people's masters and gave it to them. The intention was for Black people to own their own masters, so he bought a lot of masters and was going to give it back to artists. Tupac's was one of them, and he never got the chance to give it to him.
That's so unfortunate.
That's sad.
Yeah, at least it was like that too. She went and bought Little Cam's website.
Lisa Left Eye Lopez was very smart. She bought just about all of her friends' names, the domains to all of their websites before it was a thing.
Set up too.
And she gave it to them. When they realized that she had it, she just gave it to them. Lil Kim talks about it all the time.
Yeah, she said, I want one from all my friends. You, Missy, Mary, everybody. Yep. Girl. Period. That's a girl's girl.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, I got everybody's stuff. And I was like, what? How did she do that?
Because she was smart. Like, she was always thinking ahead.
Very much ahead.
She was like, websites are going to be, she's like, that's going to be hot. That's how you get your plays. That's how your album going to be put out. That's how you going to get in this game at this point. That's how you going to stay in the game.
Yeah. She was right.
I was like, what? You're crazy. She said, no, just watch. And then everybody started getting websites. The more traffic your website got, the more people was exposed to your album.
Mm-hmm.
So Michael Jackson's estate, the key assets he owns was Magic's music catalog. Magic's music catalog included a lot of Black artists, like and just major artists in general. Sly and the Family Stone, Ray Charles, Curtis Mayfield, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Jackie Wilson. So a lot of older artists that was getting raked over the coals by record labels. He bought all of their masters. He owned their music. He owns all of the merchandise and licensing and the revenue from the Michael Jackson, the musical that was on Broadway, and the upcoming biopic for Michael. He owns all of his solo recordings, every single one of them. and he had 50% ownership in the partnership with Sony. That is one of the reasons why Sony wanted this estate back, because he had it. In that catalog, he owned all of the Beatles music. Every time the Beatles went on tour, every time somebody used the Beatles songs for a music video or commercial, if they use it in a movie, if they used it just a little snippet, the Jackson estate would get money for it. That's how he maintained his wealth, was through his estate. But once he left the estate in his mother's care, they were able to snake it and steal it from her. That estate was supposed to be their generational wealth. It's supposed to set up his kids for the rest of their lives. They still have a lot of money, but the estate alone generated billions of dollars. It was valued at 1.5 billion. It sold for 1.2 billion. Back to Sony, if I recall. I would have never gave them that damn estate back. I would have never gave it back.
He said, "You finna have to come see me."
Never. They would have never got it back. I would have never gave it back. I think Michael trusted Catherine a lot, but he forgot that Catherine was getting older, and he should have entrusted the estate to Janet.
Mm-hmm.
He should have gave it to his sister and just let Catherine be one of the executors of the estate with her. But if something should happen, she should have been the one in control of the estate. That way the estate always stayed in the family. Because his older brothers just would have sold it when they got the chance, because they don't give a shit. But Janet would have done what Michael wanted with that estate.
But they fucking high top and ponytail at the same damn time.
Nigga. Nigga. Oh, this says Jeff Hardy declined a solo spot in the Hall of Fame, and he wanted to be inducted with his brother Matt.
Now people just don't want fire on this fire.
Well, I mean, he would have been inducted with Matt eventually. I would have got my Hall of Fame spot. Fuck him. Shit.
Okay. I would have forgot my day was at that moment.
This black lady got killed by her husband. She was a Florida politician, a Democratic politician. She was running for Congress. They say her husband killed her. Damn. Jesus Christ. Lord have mercy.
What? This shit is hilarious. I love Thread. This man said 365 laps around the sun. She said, "Happy birthday. You're handsome. And ain't no way you're 365 years old." He said, "Laugh my ass off. 365 times around the sun is a year." She said, "No, Pookie. The earth laps the sun just once a year. That's why you normally hear people say. Normally people say another lap around the sun. So when you say 365 laps around the sun, it implies that you're a minimum of 365 years old."
What?
He went and just Googled to say it. It says 365 laps around the sun phrase typically refers to a birthday, marking the completion of one full, roughly 365 days of Earth orbit or trip around the sun. You can't
Y'all
be
are so fucking unserious.
You can't be dumb on Threads. Somebody will get you together every time.
Like, and what are we doing? Did you really need to Google that? Like,
it's just no way you 365 years old. I don't believe it. I don't know why you believe it in the first place. Because nobody said that.
Why?
Why was that even a thought to begin?
Jesus Christ.
Love Threads. It's truly.
It's a wild west.
It's really nothing on social media like this at all.
He's not lying. You go on Threads, you definitely gonna get lost in some bullshit.
Every time.
I went on Threads the other day, and this lady. Yeah, and this lady was on Threads. The stories they tell on Threads are fucking crazy. I have never been locked in so deep on a story than when I went on Threads. And they be going off. And you just like, what is happening? The stories they tell and the way these people be talking, you just be like, okay. I need y'all to get y'all shit together because this is crazy. Let me see if I can find it because I was screenshot it because I needed to keep.
That's how it was when you that Reddit story that you put out Friday. I was looking to that. I was like, I can't believe it's happening.
I was one.
The lady who
something, and the lady said no because she was a racist. So they had a snowstorm, and she went to shovel her driveway. She said, "Hey, you think you could shovel my driveway?" She said, "Absolutely not." Remember, you don't cater to my kind, right?
Not you don't cater to my kind.
It was something like that. She said she was mad. She almost slipped.
Damn.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay, girly pop.
Mm-hmm.
I need to find this lady because I didn't get all of it, but I was on. The way they be tripping on this app, it give OG Twitter vibes.
Yes.
Did y'all see that Drewski skit?
Which one?
Well, Erica, the one he was picking at the conservative white women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Again, you've been gone all week.
My apologies.
Definitely saw it.
Why the president giving a speech tonight? What did he talk about? That shit, the way he be shitting on himself. He do be shitting on himself. Shit, y'all laughing. I'm dead ass serious.
Conversation.
I'm just trying to understand why.
They might have to just go ahead and execute me at the questions because you know who the be.
Everybody know you shit on yourself.
Yeah, so when it comes to defecation,
right,
on yourself,
right.
How are you still sitting in this chair before us?
This is the story.
Former president, not going to say his name. We don't have to say his name in here. Former president just fallen ill with COVID, and we were ready to impeach him right then and there because we thought he was going to down this debate.
Shut the fuck up.
So, what I'm really asking is, why is you here? I'm quite confused.
I seriously cannot.
You poop it on yourself. You got to get changed. It's to the point that somebody else got to change you. You can't even change yourself.
No, he had them damn bodyguards changing his diaper.
And I would have quit that day.
He must be holding your family hostage. Because ain't no way.
I'm changing a grown ass man's diaper. It'll be a cold day in hell.
DJ T didn't shit again. DJ
T. It's got 7 updates.
The thread?
But it's wild. So before we get into the SBC chat, this is where we don't be at. So there's a girl on the threads. Her name is Creamier. Don't ask no questions. Just listen. She said, I'm on a staycation, and these walls are thinner than a $49 Amazon lace front wig. If you don't know that reference, Bitch,
Damn.
just know that them lace front wigs are literally the bowels of somebody's brush that they done took hairs out of and created a lace front wig. Okay. That's what you get when you get an Amazon wig. You are very rare to get a good full wig from Amazon. Anyway, long story short, Carlos is mad at his sister because she silenced her phone one day last week, but sis is over it because she's working and going to school and she's too tired to keep worrying about if Carlos trusts her or not. So they supposed to be together. These two. Either way, I don't understand the argument because they've been humping all day.
Humping?
Yeah. She said, Carlos said he trying, but he's tired of begging. He clapping his hands in between every word. Hold on, the heat came on and I can't hear. Okay, so basically she said sis is mad. Carlos is mad at sis. That's what she said. So pardon my misstep. Okay. I know somebody gonna be like, he fucking his sister? No, that's not what's happening. Okay. Keep in mind, I'm watching a whole movie and can hear everything. Okay, so back to what's going on. Sis is saying it's not going to work because regardless of what she say, he not going to trust her. Carlos said he hasn't given sis a reason to feel some kind of way because she know he ain't messing with nobody else. He said he can hear in her voice when she on the phone with somebody she ain't supposed to be talking to. Her verbiage and the difference in tone changes, and he's sick of it. Okay, Carlos.
I guess.
Carlos says this is trying to show Carlos her phone, but he said he don't want to see it because he already took everything out of it. Carlos said it don't matter at this point because sis said she done, so it's over anyway. He said he not doing this no more. All in all, I think they're done, but I'll keep y'all updated. Now, she got updates. There are plenty of updates. There are 7 updates, so I have to scroll back to get to the first one. She said, update on Carlos and sis.
It's all happened this month?
Yeah. I call her sis because he hasn't said her name once. They woke me up at 8:15 fussing about Carlos staring at somebody in the club last night. Carlos said he thinks the girl was with his nephew at a party and he hasn't seen his nephew since then and wanted to ask her if he'd seen them. Carlos is in fact lying. Update 2. I got hot and had to switch from heat to AC, and she coming on more than the heat, but they was fussing louder than the AC, so I could hear clear. After fussing for 35 minutes straight, now they are laughing. They need to check out and make it to church. Update 3. The laughing is over. Sis said Carlos makes shit up in his head and then believes it. We all know someone that does that. Sis said that the scenarios he's coming up with is getting worse. I have to use bathroom, y'all. I'll be right back. This is fucking crazy. Update 4. Carlos and sis been together for 7 years, and at some point, sis talked to somebody else, and Carlos thought it was over, but they had been texting. Carlos got mad, grabbed sis out the shower, and started choking her. Oh my God. I heard furniture moving, and sis definitely won the tussle. Oh, now she whooped his ass.
Being choked in the shower. That's your most vulnerable moment.
How you lose the fight and she was wet and butt naked?
You a bitch. You got beat up by.
You got beat up by a wet bitch. Lady.
And she butt ass naked.
They didn't even have time to dry off and put lotion.
Girl,
beat up.
Carlos has said he's leaving 12 times, and sis says she don't give a fuck, and he gets back and comes right back. Update number 5. Sis said Carlos sneaky because he be checking her location while they are together. Why they together? Why the fuck is you check, nigga?
Where's
she right there? What are you talking about?
Probably she'll go to the bathroom. He'll like, make sure this bitch goes to the bathroom. Hold on.
That's crazy.
What the fuck? They are like 360?
said, y'all, I am hollering. Sis said, Carlos is weird. I have to agree. And Carlos said, I'll be weird because why both your phones don't have the same location? Ooh. First of all, why you got two phones?
One for the plug.
Shut up. All this location business started at the date they went to at Longhorn. I hope they don't have late checkout like me because I can't take much more. Update 6. Y'all ain't heard nothing yet. So sis trying to take her morning after pill, and Carlos said he'll stay in the area 3 extra days to make sure she doesn't kill this baby. And guess what? They humping again. I can't make this shit up. What is going on?
This is so toxic. I love it.
Update number 7. And this is the final update because I check out in 30 minutes. Carlos and sis left around 11, and there was no arguing after the last hump session. As a chick that's been through a lot in relationships in my day, I think they will eventually separate to be happy with other people, then compliment them. The toxic relationships are real, and soul ties keep you in them if you are not strong enough to walk away. If you're struggling to let go, I pray God gives you the strength to leave today.
Okay.
Because you don't want to be like Carlos and sis.
Oh, God.
That was a long weekend.
Well, she said, Carlos and sis, if you see this, I made it to Sunday Fun Day. Oh, shit. Oh, man, that's funny. I followed her so I could make sure if she gave more updates, I would get it. And that bitch came through, and I said, hell yeah.
Y'all not on Threads. You gotta make your way there.
Oh, shit, I'm gonna make my way there too. Cause shit,
it's hella messy over there.
It keeps getting recommended to me. Maybe I'll actually do it.
You gotta go.
Yeah,
it's so much better than Twitter. It's so much better. Oh my God.
I might have to.
You will love it. Rico like it anyway, because he always a fine mess, and it be people that he don't know. He like a magnet.
And you know what? It's really funny, like, because I genuinely mean it when I say I do not search for it. It just happens. Like, it just comes to me. And
aura.
Like
it's in your aura.
It is, unfortunately. I cannot deny who I am. I cannot deny what I am. This is real. This is me. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now.
I just cannot.
That's hilarious.
I seriously cannot.
Well, too bad. You're gonna have to anyway. So get with it. Get with it or get left behind. I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. So keep up.
I don't know. There's nothing like being messy. See, when you gather the mess, I bet you could never have nothing to say to you.
Okay. And don't. Okay.
Because I wasn't finna say this. But since we talking, are you sure you want to keep talking?
No, go back.
I love doing that.
And then if they keep going, like, hey.
I
try to tell you.
Give me the control.
Like that girl that from last summer had to eat her ass up. Somehow you bald. That's why you don't have no hair. I said, oh.
Who?
Oh, but who said that?
Remember last year that I told y'all that Sub was playing? And I told her, I called 2 people. I said, hey, when I get to playing, do I know when to stop? And said, no, you really got an issue. I said, okay, there go your 2 warnings. Now, say something else. And that's how I know which direction you want to go in. She said, I ain't scared of you. That's why you bald. What happened in your hair? I said, I'd rather be bald than leave my braids in all summer long. Speaking of summertime, why are you wearing a sweatsuit?
Oh, Lord.
You be doing lines in the bathroom.
Lines?
Oh, my God.
No, she asked for her. Because I told her before she was a little kiki session, then she started getting a little personal. You might want to chill out with the jokes. Because I'm the funniest motherfucker I know.
Oh,
so you might want to leave me
crazy.
She
Yeah,
didn't
nosebleed.
her ass up, but I did. She ain't came back.
In that moment,
Why
you
she
weren't
ain't
the
came
hero
back?
that we wanted, but you
That
were the
was her
hero that was
last day.
needed.
Damn, Don just got rid of her.
I mean,
Shit.
That's real.
And she told me my friends defended me. I said, I don't need her help. I can defend myself. What? I said, you happen to be talking about two people at one time, and two people got her ass. Are you slow? Don't answer that. Don't answer. Don't answer.
I can't do it. All right. Right, why is your phone so loud? No, nothing. Okay, babe. All right. We're gonna do 6 round chicks and then I'm gonna get out your hair.
Yay. I'm here. Finally.
Okay. So, question number 1. I love women, and I'm not the faithful type, clearly.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Clearly.
At least you're honest.
Right. My fave woman is my baby mama, although we're not close because she tries to pin me down. Anyway, she got deployed. My parents are making me take care of our daughter while she's overseas. I did things I'm not proud of with women I don't like to give my baby mama an epic going away party. I slept with Crazy Sarah for some money. I slept with old Foxy to get the chicken wings and weed, and I did things with 2 other women to get some gift cards. Party was good, and baby mama wasn't sad about leaving. Why? She wasn't deployed. Her scamming ass dropped my daughter off and took her ass to spring break. Her friends posted pics of them stranded at the airport. How do I pay her messy scamming ass back? She's still pretending to be at sea and won't come get our daughter. This ain't right.
Well, one, she can't. She's stuck at the fucking airport. Hello, you said it yourself. So no, she's not going to come get your daughter because she's at the airport.
It sounds like birds of a feather.
And that's what you get.
Yep.
That's why she your favorite.
Just like you. Stupid.
I mean, whatever.
That's why she wasn't mad. I'm not mad, baby. You finna watch this motherfucking baby.
Right.
Yeah.
First of all, how did you not know that she was in the army?
Go shake my ass in Houston.
How didn't you know that? Is what I'm trying to understand.
Just
talk about she's stranded at sea. Please.
And it's just, and another note, you're not off the hook because why the fuck somebody gotta force you to be a parent?
And why are you fucking bitches to give your baby mama a party?
That's so low.
It's wild. You done sold yourself chicken wings and weed.
Just a slut.
And the worst kind, because you do not get paid. So you're not a good one.
Yeah, you don't love yourself.
Back up or
I would say, you don't love yourself.
You don't love yourself.
Fuck somebody at the corners for free fries. Niggas is just sad.
I mean, he got what he deserved.
She deserved.
Also, how old are you talking about spring break? I really.
The fuck is that supposed to mean, Hiram?
Okay. I'm curious.
Pick your words carefully.
So I'm not allowed to go on spring break because I'm not 20.
No, you're allowed to, but I hate the narrative of like people that like are in their early 30s going to places that have teenagers talking about I'm gonna go on spring break. You're 30 going to South Padre trying to mess with a lot of teenagers. That don't sit right with me.
Why not?
What makes you think they going on spring break to mess with a bunch of teenagers?
18 is
because when they go to because what happened all in South Padre were basically like people that was in really either seniors or high school or people that was in college.
That's because that's where y'all choose to go. You know, that's a resort. They have resorts in these places, and they do. As long as you can pay your money, you can go. Doesn't
But
mean
people
I'm
are.
gonna go
I'm not saying
there
they
to
like
go.
physically mess with teenagers. I'm talking about they going to South Padre to party, and I'm just like, why are you calling
You
it
could go
spring
to
break?
Tulum, you could go to Cancun, you can go anywhere, and it'll be if it's spring break, a bunch of teenagers gonna be there. What you think happens when people go vacation in Florida? They just don't be around a bunch of young adults that be partying. That's all
Because
right.
when you're in your
You're gonna get old
30s
too.
or 40s, don't nobody party. No matter where you go, don't nobody party like a 20-year-old girl.
Okay. Living La Vida
Don't
Loca.
nobody party like women, period. Because
Plus,
they
I
just be going
guarantee
hard.
you 90% of the time there are no 30-year-olds where there are 18 to 25-year-olds. Unless they're like older people looking for younger crowds, which that doesn't happen as often as people think, but there are those kinds of people that are like, I want to party with the young people. Cool. But if I'm going on vacation, South Padre, Cancun, Tulum, wherever, my idea of a vacation never has anything to do with a club or a bar where I know a bunch of teeny boppers and young adults are going to be. Because I don't want to hear all that shit.
I just need a
So
day. What a young hoes at?
that's not something that I'm going to be looking
Day.
for. So it's okay for me to go on with somebody my age or even somebody in their 30s to go on a vacation to some of these,
And I'm not saying that's a
spring break
problem. I'm not saying that's
areas, but they're not going in the same, they're usually not partying in the same places where these teeny boppers are. Because y'all gonna go where the places where the DJs are, where the high-end places are gonna be. Y'all are going where the most people your age are gonna be. And it's going to be the same way for people who are older. They're going to go where people they know are going to be.
Yeah, I'm not saying like it's a problem like to go to South Park and this and that. I just don't like I just don't understand the concept of calling a spring break when like it could be called like vacation.
Why I can't call it spring break?
I'm not saying you can't call it spring break.
You don't call this. You call it spring break. You going on vacation? Are you not?
I'm taking a break from school.
Yeah, but that's a vacation, babe.
Hello.
I'm gonna be quiet. I'm not making sense. I'm gonna be quiet.
Like
I'm just saying.
Anything that you really thought about in your younger years before 20s, just throw it away.
Listen, your ass gonna get old too. And when you get into your late 20s, early 30s, the mindset that you have now is gonna change. It really ain't about where you go. You call it whatever you want to call it. Most people are going to call it spring break because that's what we're, especially here in America, that's what we know it to be. That's what we learned it to be. So that's what we're going to call it. Now, some girls might call it a girls' trip or they call it a vacation. Either way, it's all the same thing. Y'all going on spring break, a break from school is a vacation, unless you stay within the vicinity of your school and you just happen to be off school. But if you leaving out of the country or you going to a different state and that's your spring break, that is still a vacation, babe. You are doing leisure time. That's a vacation. Just because you say it one way don't mean it don't mean the same thing. But I resent that. If I want to go to fucking Cancun and go shake my ass, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm grown as fuck. I'm gonna do that. Okay. Shoot. And I don't need to be around a bunch of teeny boppers to do it. I do that shit in my room, on the beach, at the bar if I can. I don't give a fuck. Do what the fuck I
I'm
want.
gonna show you how to clap some cheeks. Hold on.
Period.
Okay, no hands.
The no hands is
Bounce on the shit. No hands. Running through the river. Running through the river when you dance.
Give me to people that are doing some microdosing.
Get some line dancing shit.
And they're just taking shots and not a margarita. I'm too old for a margarita.
I love me a margarita.
Simply too old for that. I cannot do that.
I'm not drinking no margarita.
Call me old, but I can do a rum and coke. That's fine.
Yeah.
A Long Island iced tea.
I like a Long Island iced tea. People hate Long Island's, but I love them.
I don't mind them.
I hate tea.
If you like sweet tea,
they do.
And if you make the sweet tea right,
it's good as fuck, dude. Delicious.
I can drink peach sweet tea. I cannot drink sweet tea.
Why?
Do you live in Texas?
Yeah.
You don't make your own sweet tea.
I just don't like
drinking
sweet tea. I just don't like it.
I make a bomb of sweet tea.
He said, I just don't do that.
I mean, I don't like watermelon.
You see it? I don't like
Oh, I love a good watermelon with some salt. Ooh.
Oh, that's crazy. I'll do sugar and lemon juice on my watermelon.
No, I can't stand the taste of watermelon. It's just not.
You gonna put mine in there?
I used to not like sweet potatoes.
So you just hate fun, huh?
Me too. When I was a child.
It was when I was young. I just did not like the concept of sweet potatoes.
It is not a good.
I didn't eat
the concept of sweet potatoes is crazy, as if it is not a normal thing to have a sweet potato.
Yeah, people. I
mean, I'm really surprised. I don't even like dressing.
I'm not eating.
No, you don't. You do not like dressing. That's your business. I stand by what I've said many times. You just ain't had it right.
Mm-hmm. You had stuffing.
Yes.
You know what? If you try Don's spaghetti, I will try your stuffing.
I have told Don many a times that whenever he makes it, I will try it. But I be teasing him. That's what I do.
I didn't even do anything, and I just got thrown.
That's not a straight.
He catch a straight.
I
told him, and he knows.
I'm just saying, I would
try
dressing if everybody's willing to try Don's spaghetti, because I try.
Ain't nothing less than, some Spanish cornbread shit.
I just want the record to show that I have always been down to try Don's spaghetti, and y'all have been doing the most.
Well, no, I try the ranch and barbecue sauce on my own spaghetti, and it's actually pretty good. So when you say that, it's really good. And I think everybody should try it.
Okay.
Don's like, funny how bitches turn into my fans.
All right, y'all do it too. I told Don before. I said we made a deal that I would try his spaghetti whenever we got together as a group, and he was gonna make it. So that's what we're gonna do.
What a crazy.
Okay, and I will try stuffing. Not stuffing.
It's dressing. Only a few donuts in the box. Why don't you just put them in the fridge?
See, like Brandon gets me. She don't like yams either.
They're gonna be stale when they.
It depends on how you make it.
Yeah.
Turn that
I
fan
don't
on.
want them big circle yams. You want to cut.
I like.
You gonna eat them?
Can I get you the yams?
Sweet potatoes the same way.
Yeah. Show me the way.
It's the way one is.
I don't know. I can't do it the same way you make regular potatoes.
I came in too soon, and then she was delayed. So I was like, "Oh, let me hang up. Let me hang back real quick. Hold on."
Gems right here.
Brandon don't like yams. I also don't like chitlins. Well, most people don't. So
I've never tried chitlins, so I cannot comment.
You don't need to. You're good.
I'm not going to try a damn.
You're fine. You're fine. It's a particular offal that is not needed for everybody to try.
A particular offal is crazy.
That's what it's called. It's called offal.
It's called
cuts of meat.
They
call it offal. It's the throwaway meat, the meat that most people wouldn't consider to be meat. Liver, kidneys, tripe, that kind of stuff.
People can eat
intestines.
Yeah, and Chitlins are intestines.
Yeah, the cleanest shit out.
You have to clean it. You have to clean them out. You gotta let them soak for a while, and you gotta rip that inner lining of them out. You gotta rip that out. That's where most of the funk is. And first, you gotta get the poops out because it's actual poop in there. So you clean that out. Then you gotta turn it inside out and take that inner lining out of there. And then you boil it. Yeah. And then after you boil it, you're supposed to crisp it up. So you cook it with like onions and all that other kind of stuff, some aromatics, and then they serve it. Sometimes people eat it boiled.
Yeah, because I never heard the crisp part. They might actually be on something with that.
No, they don't eat it. I'm telling you, no. Because everybody don't clean it. Everybody don't clean it right. So don't eat it like that. So unposted thoughts that as a Mississippian, please don't try them. I hated them. I told you. I'm telling you.
Pork rinds, I'm not even looking in the pig's direction.
I love pork rinds. Pork rinds are fire.
Some hot sauce. Okay.
Some boiled pig skin.
You need to shut your ass up because I don't know what that is.
Skin flakes.
You're being disrespectful.
I mean, isn't this pig skin the only thing on the hot dogs that is like, or isn't pig skin used in like the hot dog casings?
No, they use intestines.
Oh.
Now I'm sorry.
But most of the time they don't. It depends. You have to read. If the back package says natural casing, then yeah, you're using another intestine to make the hot dog. But if it's a regular ass hot dog, they boil that shit in a plastic bag and then it come out solid and then they serve it. It's a hot dog. How did we get here? What the fuck happened?
How did we get here?
I just remember seeing a video about how hot dogs were made when I was like in 5th grade, and I stopped eating hot dogs for the longest time.
If you watched a video of how 90% of our meat is slaughtered and packaged, you wouldn't eat anything.
No, literally.
Yeah, I wasn't caring about them killing it, but I was caring about them being all caged up together. I don't want no depressed meat. I don't want to be depressed. Let them free. They can't roam before you kill them. What the fuck?
They have to corral them into the slaughter to be able to kill them. Now the bigger factories that produce meat, they're not free range. It literally will say on the package when they free range. There are some farms that keep the chickens and cows, and especially the milking ones. Yeah, they keep them caged up, but they do feed them grass so they can produce the right kind of milk. So there's that.
Yeah, of course, if you lactate, mama, you're gonna have to give me that.
Mm-hmm. Give me that. Give me some of that.
Once you empty, I'm gonna let you go. You get pregnant again, you're coming back.
Not depressed me. Well, he's not lying.
No, that's what it is. When they're all locked up together.
Yeah, when animals are not happy, especially cows, their meat turns purple. It turns into this weird purple, and it's tough. And it's very difficult to eat. So they do take care of the meat. That's why when we get it, it looks the way it looks. But you can, if you really are specific about your meat, buy it from specific farmers. You're gonna pay more money, but you have what you have. Like we have a farm that my mom goes to a specific butcher out here in Ohio. It's called Fligner's, and that's where we get our beef.
That sounds like a slur.
Fuck you. It's an actual store, bastard. It's a store.
I'm not denying it. I'm just saying the name of it just sounds like I'm just looking at somebody.
No, it's called Fligner's. Fligner's.
Oh.
And it's a store, and we go and get we go and get the beef, our beef from there, and that's what we've been eating for these last couple of years. Like my mom goes and buys like a half a cow.
Ooh.
I don't, Kira. I don't know how we got here. I ain't even finished the damn Six Brown Chicks because these
It wasn't me. That's all I gotta say.
Turned me all the way off of here. It was him with the spring break shit. Now I remember it was.
No, because somehow we got the food.
Throw my name into the hat.
Right.
Question number 2. Houston is not a safe place for established marriages.
No.
Wow.
Really not.
There is an undercurrent of freakiness that happens here. And no matter how you were raised, that urge to try something new will manifest. And some of y'all hoes need to get down there to Houston then. I demanded to my wife that we open our marriage. I demanded to my wife that we open our marriage to spice things up. That was a big mistake. I brought home a 25-year-old and my wife brought home my actual first cousin. Oh.
I'm sorry.
Now he's in love with her. They're talking about moving in together and he wants me to sign the divorce papers so he can do right by her. I started this whole mess and other family members already know that part. Can I hit rewind and get my wife back to myself, or am I stuck watching this nightmare play out? Depends on if your wife want to be with your cousin.
You can't turn.
If your wife wants to be with your cousin, then the answer to that is yes. You are stuck watching this nightmare play out. But if your wife don't want to be with your cousin and she just fucked your cousin and see what that's about, I don't know.
They're talking about moving in together.
Well, that's fair.
I mean,
that's fair. Language is true.
So you cannot turn back.
Unfortunately, dog. Just take it on the chin.
But he taking it from him. It says now he's in love with her and they're talking about moving in together. Maybe the cousin is telling him all this, but he ain't heard that from his wife yet. Because he could be speaking for both of them.
Awesome. So
I'm just saying, talk to your wife first. If your wife don't want to leave and she's just messing with your cousin to prove a point, then
yeah. Because
but if she
talk to your wife,
but if she really is leaving and she like, okay, I want to be with your cousin doing right by me, then it sounds like you in the middle of a movie that ain't finished yet, and I need you to go back
you can't turn back time.
Let that shit finish playing out. So
yep.
Give us an update.
Yeah.
No, for real.
That is super messy. Kira said this is super messy. Rico said awful is a new description. Then you broke it down. It was, that's what it's called.
I'm sorry, I was not hip to the lingo, y'all.
No, I'm just saying.
Experience for me, okay? Let me learn.
Well, you grow up watching Food Network, you learn a lot of shit, okay?
And I didn't. I grew up on HGTV.
Never watched.
Pioneer Woman, used to love her.
I hated Pioneer Woman because she racist, and I knew that bitch was racist.
I know. I was in Walmart the other day, and I saw this merch set. I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then I saw Pioneer Woman, and I said, oh, no.
Because she was in there. No, because she was, one time she had made something she called them flat tacos. And I said, bitch, that's Indian fried bread. I know Native American fried bread when I see it. And then her husband used to come in there, and I don't know, something about it. They ain't never seen no black people. Never seen no black people around them. And they would go in town and everything. And it was just, Ever since she made them tacos, I've been on that bitch's ass. And then I figured it out. Because they got a whole article on that whole about how she racist and her husband racist. They racist. I'm telling you. Okay, I've been on her ass since day one. I'm like, I don't like this bitch. Something's wrong with her.
That brought this out.
The flat tacos got me together because I'm sitting here like, why the fuck is she calling that fried bread a flat taco? That's not a flat taco. That is a Native American fried bread. What are you talking about? And she talking about and then we made these new refried beans. How you make refried beans new? How you do that? No. I've been on her ass.
We've made some brothy water.
Brothy water is crazy. And the way they gentrified agua fresca, like them motherfuckers say it's spa water.
Oh,
bitch. How dare you?
Like, you can't just call it for what it was. You can't just say, I saw this recipe. I know this is Korean. I was inspired. I felt moved by it, so I decided to try it on my own. That's hard.
You can't say that. Rice. They put a bunch of rice in the broth and then was like, this is my new recipe, brothy rice.
That sounds nasty as hell.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Rice over some sauce? Over any shit. You better get yourself together. That's how you know.
Telling y'all that lady racist. I'm telling you. She a Trumpy. And her husband is one.
Never watched Food Network. It was gonna make me hungry, so I decided not to engage.
Oh, I love watching Food Network. Back when they actually had fucking cooking shows on there and not just baking competitions and competitions with Guy Fieri's ugly ass and fucking Bobby Flay all the time.
And no one ever beat him.
They beat him because he be making raggedy ass shit too. Nobody wants your raggedy ass food. Everything he make got chilies in it. It don't never just have no flavor. And they think that chilies add flavor to everything. I'm like, you bitches don't know how to cook. Like I've been watching you since I was 13. And you cook the same thing all the time. He done had 17 different shows.
Didn't he just give up his brand?
Child.
Oh no.
Not to mention he cheated on his ex-wife. And when he got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, that bitch was cold as hell. She hired a fucking plane to fly over the damn where he was getting the star to say Bobby Flay is a cheater.
You lying.
No, I'm not.
I know that.
Oh, she's an inspiration.
And she is the moment.
Oh, I loved it.
I would have had a parade.
Oh, it was so good. Cause he was hanging out with January Jones. There's an actress named January Jones, and she had a baby at the time. And January would not tell nobody who the father of her baby was. But one night she called Bobby Flay to come and get her. She said, "Hey, I'm stranded on the side of the road. Can you come get me?" It was 3:00 in the morning. He got up out his bed with his wife and went and got that hoe.
Uh-oh.
And she was like, the fuck she don't know how to call AAA? Car service? She rich. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you going? Well, she's my friend. I didn't want to leave her stranded on the side of the road. Stay on the phone with her so she don't feel alone. But why are you getting out of our bed to go sit up with her? So she put two and two together and said, oh, y'all must be sleeping together. But nobody ever really confirmed or denied it. And January ain't never told nobody who the father of her child is. Don't nobody know. But the speculation is Bobby Flay. Now, if the baby come out with flaming red hair,
stop.
And a bad job.
What? Ain't nobody else with red hair that worked for the Food Network that was friends with her, but him. Who else she fucking with red hair? It's rarity. She gonna be fucking another person with red hair. That's crazy.
She couldn't choose someone else. She chose Bobby Flay.
Hey, he chose her too. Shit. Shit. Yeah, people have beat Bobby Flay. Yes, his wife was the lead prosecutor on Law and Order. It's a couple seasons back. Though she was blonde, she wore glasses. She was the prosecutor. That was his wife then.
What does he got a thing with people that have like months in their name? Because his wife is named Stephanie March.
Well, January, March.
All he needs is April and May.
Right.
He missed February.
October.
That is his ex-wife. Yes.
November and December are gonna be kind of hard.
Okay. Don't forget August.
Woo! But she done got remarried. She got a new husband. His name is Dan Benton. He looked like somebody she would be married to.
Is that what it is? I don't know if that's a compliment.
If you
Is
don't,
it a
another nigga
compliment?
will.
Ooh, never mind. I see.
No, that's not a compliment. But if she happy, I'm happy. I mean, he tall, he got dark eyes. To me, he look evil, but if she like it, I love it. He must not be cheating, so she happy.
That's all
he runs a capital management firm. It's a top technology investment firm, and it's his company that he runs. And he's like, he look older, but he could be the same age as her.
He got money.
Yes.
Love that for you, Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're racist too, then I hate that.
No, she's not racist. She all right.
Oh, okay. Love that for you, Queen.
She all right. Yeah, she did play Cabot.
You ginger bitch. You lucky.
That's why I don't like Bobby Flay now. Plus, his food is real basic, and people be acting like he be creating the most amazing shit, and he don't. You can find all his shit on the Delish app right now. The fucking shit.
Stop.
You can find that shit in the magazine.
I'm not fucking playing with you. I'm dead ass serious. If you subscribe to New York Times cooking channel on YouTube, Bon Appetit, and you subscribe to Delish, you will be able to create recipes that Bobby Flay make and anybody else, because all of them are trained pastry chefs and chefs. They know what to do, but they all got different stuff. So like Bobby Flay draws from Southwest, sometimes Mexican and Italian food. But I think he's Irish. I rarely see him cook anything from his own lineage. He usually is cooking something with chilies in it. It's either super spicy or not. And it's usually something along that nature. Like, I miss the chefs like Emeril Lagasse. And then we used to have like, and people hate Paula Deen, but I used to like Paula Deen. But they say she racist. So
allegedly.
But
from what they say, I mean, the scenario that they explained when I read the court docket, because I wanted to see for my damn self, and the lady was sitting there.
Oh my God.
She sat there in court and said she got robbed by a black man, so she called him a nigga. And I said, well,
Tiffany.
That's a call to action. That's like when that other dude called that man in black who won't call himself being nice. Ain't you a nigga?
Right.
Like, what's going on?
Nigga, like,
you ain't never been that down bad before.
I'm like, I would have called him a nigga too.
But you're allowed to say it.
Yeah, you can't be offended. That's like a black person running to somebody's White House, trying to break to my White House, and they like, Nick with a hard ER. What are you doing?
Right.
You can't be nigger.
You're breaking in my
You're
house.
breaking into my shit. I'm offended. You got to be a faggot too.
Yeah.
Chill out.
Now there was other instances in the court document. Some of them, they said she kept the house, the restaurant separated. White people worked in front of the house, black people worked in the kitchen. And I was like, Paula.
Yeah, I remember that.
Paula,
so that's just suspect.
You're doing too much now.
Crazy.
What made me laugh, what kind of made it go like, okay, was them very same people were still working there. And I'm like,
she did all y'all okay?
I'm like, okay, well, if she's segregating y'all in the kitchen and she calling y'all the N-word at work, why the fuck y'all ain't left yet? It's plenty of places in Savannah, Georgia for y'all to work. What are we doing?
Y'all can literally leave as a staff.
And I'm like, if y'all are being treated like that, everybody could walk out together. Y'all could file a lawsuit against her for discrimination, for racism, and y'all could get paid for this. But it didn't come out until Paula Deen became like top of the line inside Food Network. They did not like that shit. Like Paula Deen was the girl. Paula had 4 shows running simultaneously on Food Network. She had Paula's Party. She's had Paula's Boys because her sons had a show on there with her. Her show where the cooking show happened, and then she had another cooking show where she cooked with special guests outside of Paula's Party. All of these shows were running together on the Food Network. And then all of a sudden, they start coming out with allegations that she racist. And I was like, well, she an old white lady from the South, so I know her ass done used the N-word at some point in her life. Okay, sure. But she said she didn't do it, and that they went and they found an instance where she was talking about being robbed, and she said this N-word with the hard R robbed her. And I said, well,
I cannot.
said, well, is that not what happened?
It's the whale for me.
Sometimes there are some exceptions to the rules.
I'm not saying that she
wasn't right. You still
it's not right.
Wrong. However,
I'm not taking up for the lady.
That's what you got to be to rob a white woman.
That'd be the first thing that come out of my mouth, and I'm black. Like, this nigga robbed me. Like, it sounds really bad. It sounds really bad. But I was like, I fucked with Paula Deen. Paula Deen was the girl. She put butter and everything. I was like, bitch, kill her. Kill them all.
I never understood that fucking
She said, kill them all.
Paula Deen to put a whole stick of butter in a sauce in a minute. Do you understand me? A whole stick.
I felt
you be sitting there watching, she making a recipe. She like, we're gonna put some butter in there. I said, okay, you gonna put some or all? Because you got about 4 sticks of butter right there.
And what kind of butter is it? Is it salted? If it's salted,
no, it was unsalted.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'm surprised she didn't have her own brand of butter.
She
pretty
did.
Much free game.
She had a deal. Listen to me. When I tell you Paula Deen was the girl, Paula Deen was the girl. Paula Deen had a deal. She had a deal with Smithfield. Her face is still on their bacon to this day. Okay? That old white lady was making bank. And then Anthony Bourdain came out and said that he hated Paula Deen because she didn't know how to cook. Paula Deen's response to Anthony was, I don't have no problem with him. Not everybody's going to agree with how I cook, but he's more than welcome to come to my house and sit down and share a meal with me. That's what she said. And then it was about a month or 2 after that, everybody started saying she don't like black people. And I was like, what? What's going on? Then they took all the TV shows off TV, and we have been stuck with Guy Fieri's bitch ass. And Guy Fieri is on some bullshit too. Guy Fieri is known for being nasty. When he goes into them restaurants, when he's doing diners, drive-ins, and dives, they say he be real trigger happy. He real touchy-feely with the girls. They say he real touchy.
I like him too.
They say he real touchy-feely with the girls. And they said when he don't like something or when he don't want to eat something, sometimes those episodes are air, but you'll see he don't eat none of the food. He don't try it. He'll have somebody else there to try it.
That's how.
And there's,
sorry.
When I tell you, I'm telling you. Now,
no, I was
forward,
just,
he done become the king of Food Network because he won the very first Food Network Stars reality show competition. He won the first one. So he was the one who set the tone for all the rest of the Food Network stars that came out after him. So they put the back rocket on his back and let him be the guy. And he's had many scandals, but they covered the shit up for him. But they let everybody just bury Paula Deen's ass. But Paula Deen said, fuck y'all. And went and made her own network. Paula Deen had a whole network. You can subscribe to it and go watch her stuff. She made her YouTube channel. Had her boys on her YouTube channel.
Stop my motherfucking bag.
The bitch still got deals. She still got her Paula Deen cookware, her baking stuff, dishes. You can buy Paula Deen shit everywhere. Amazon.
Okay.
You can get it off of Walmart. You can get it through Target. You can get it anywhere.
But that bitch has to cook.
Just like Pioneer Woman's bitch ass. You can get all that shit together. She was like, fuck y'all.
They said double it, pass it on to the next one.
Episode on all the scandals of Food Network.
Oh my God. We'd be here all day. We'll be here all day. Mario Batali got busted for being a sexual predator. He was on an old school Food Network. So back in the day, before we had Guy Fieri's weird ass, there was Mario Batali. There was Michael. He was Italian. He used to have a TV show where he would cook Italian food. You had Emerald Lagasse. Emerald Lagasse had 3 shows. He had Live with Emerald. He had the one where he would show you how to cook his trained chef food, and then he had one where he would just try different people's food from around the country. He was going to different restaurants and trying it. Then you had that old school class because Mario Batali used to do Italian food as well. He was an Italian trained chef. He used to have a bunch of restaurants. He still do, but he no longer is the face of them because he got disgraced. And then after he left Food Network, he ended up going to the Chew. That's when you see him on ABC in that daytime slot where they had the cooking, and it was kind of like to rival Rachel Ray's TV show that she had on NBC. Mm-hmm. The Chew lasted for a while, but then Mario Batali got busted for sexual harassment. And
all of them.
Mm-hmm. Mario Batali got busted for sexual harassment. He admitted that he did it. He didn't shy away from it. He admitted that he did it. The Chew said they were going to take a hiatus with him after they finished the investigation, but there was no investigation to have. He admitted that he did what was alleged. He said that. And he was like, he was deeply sorry for all of the pain he caused the person, but it was multiple people that he did it to. He ended up leaving the Chew. He resigned and left there, resigned from the head of his restaurants. And I think he only works in one of them. I don't think he's over all of them because he had like 3 or 4 restaurants. And he's been quiet ever since. You don't see him out. Now, I don't know if his name is in the Epstein files. I don't know that. But given the state of things and how long he's been around and with the circles that he travels in.
You wouldn't be surprised.
No. No, I wouldn't.
She said if we use our context clues.
Yeah, because 1 + 1 = 2. Okay. So if birds of a feather, they all flock together. I know for a fact the only other thing that could be scandalous is like, so there's another lady that came in later. She was the farmhouse lady, and a lot of people didn't like her. They said she wasn't personable enough. She didn't smile enough. She came across like, you know how you like when you was in high school, you had that one old white fat math teacher that was like, she wore her glasses on her head all the time, and she really got on your nerves by her arrogance when she would talk to you. That's what she gave. A lot of people didn't like her, and one day she did an interview and she was talking about Valerie Bertinelli. Valerie Bertinelli had a Food Network show over there. She had one, and Garth Brooks' wife had one. And they both was running back to back with their Food Network shows. Because that's when Food Network was shifting from, doing the Food Network stars or building new stars to using people who were already stars like musicians or actors and letting them do cooking. Because they had the cooking channel and they had Food Network. Cooking channel had really cool shows like Bitchin' Kitchen, which I used to love Bitchin' Kitchen. It was such a cool concept. And she had some fire ass heels. She always wore some dope ass shoes. Anyways, they had Bitchin' Kitchen. They had Tamara's or Tia's cooking show over there. And
my twin big like Tia.
Yeah. They had a bunch of other shows. That's where most of the shows were like they would go to the fairs and try the different fair foods. The cooking competition shows were born. They had a lot of shows where they were going out to restaurants, or they did a show where they would ask all of the celebrity chefs and a lot of celebrities what's their favorite places to go eat. And they would highlight restaurants and specific dishes in these restaurants that they would go and eat at. And those shows ran on Cooking Channel for a while. For a long time, Cooking Channel was the better show than Food Network. And because of that, they started taking aspects of Cooking Channel and putting it over on Food Network. All of the cooking competition shows moved back to Food Network, and they pushed all of the cooking shows where they actually taught you how to cook to Cooking Channel. And then that went down. And I don't even think they have Cooking Channel anymore. If they do, I haven't seen it in a while. But Food Network transitioned into this cooking competition network where it was just Chopped. It was just Guys Grocery Games. You only got you got all the different versions of Chopped. You got Beat Bobby Flay. I liked Iron Chef. I thought Iron Chef was cool. They should, and I love that they kept it. They only did the baking competitions where you just watching them bake shit, and Worst Cooks of America where they crown, like, they finally teach you how to cook if you like a terrible cook. That kind of shit is all you would get on Food Network now. But back in the day, it was a bunch of cooking shows. You really learn how to cook. They would teach you how to cook. There was a girl on there named Sunny Anderson, and she came from the hip hop world. She was a VJ, or rather a DJ for a radio station. She came from the Air Force, and she started working and was cooking, and she became a caterer, and she catered for some of the rappers like Noriega and Dipset and a bunch of other New York rappers, and her name got around, and then Food Network asked her to do a show, and she had a cooking show on there that she cooked stuff on. And then she moved to their daily show called The Kitchen that was supposed to rival The Chew over on ABC, and they kept theirs for a little while. And that's where you get those viral videos of them making that mac and cheese with the fucking Brussels sprouts and goddamn carrots in it. And then the new sets of cooking shows that are on now are by younger people. They're starting to use influencers to make cooking shows because the influencers have the lock on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. So they gave them cooking shows. And they gave Auntie Tabs a cooking show. It was more like a talk show that involved cooking. And then they kind of fucked her over, but she took her shit in stride, kept her show going, and then they cut it. Once they moved it from prime time to daytime at 1 p.m., she knew they were trying to sabotage her show. She had the highest rating show on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. And because something about they wanted her to talk a certain way and to be a certain way, and because she didn't do that, they moved her show from 7 p.m. on Tuesdays to 1 o'clock on Thursdays.
Ooh.
And then the show got killed.
They hate to see a bitch succeed.
But the joke was on them because before Target turned into some bitches, Tabitha had one of the biggest lines of food, hair care products, and everything you could think of in Target. It was the fastest selling product line that Target sponsored. They could not keep her seasonings in stock. They couldn't keep her. She had what did she have? She had lunch bags, she had popcorn, she had vegan seasoning, she had vegan dip that they made. She had all types of shit. Couldn't keep the shit in stock. People was going to Target specifically for her stuff. And then Target said, fuck y'all. Now life sucks. Yeah, it was Michael Simon, Aaliyah. That was his name. He did a lot of Italian cooking. Go ahead, Rico.
I was gonna say, remember when Bailey first turned heel and she did that promo where she was like, "Life sucks and then you die."
That's what she said. I feel like a whole bunch of people stopped buying Crocs because of him getting disgraced. Oh yeah, that was his big thing. He wore orange Crocs before Crocs was really popular. Mario Batali was wearing those Crocs, and they were bright orange, like caution cone orange.
Yeah.
I love the chew. I used to go to the show all the time. It was next to the door to the View. I have all their cookbooks and one of them autographed with Carla Hall and Michael Simon's autograph too. Michael Simon is not the one that I was talking about. Michael Simon is from Cleveland, and he has a couple restaurants here in Cleveland. That guy is tall and bald-headed. The man I'm referring to, his name was Michael, and he had a show. He did have a show on Food Network, but it wasn't Michael Simon. It was another guy. He was older. He was shorter. He had salt and pepper hair. I would have to pull it up, but y'all ain't gonna go and watch the shit. You ain't gonna see it nowhere, so I'm not gonna bore you with nothing else. You used to like the Neelys? Oh, okay. Let me tell you. Listen, the Neelys are from Memphis, okay? The Neelys were married, and for a long time they did their TV show on Food Network. But for the last, I would say for the last 3 seasons of their show, they had been separated and were divorced. But they was pretending they were pretending on TV to be married. They would leave and go to their respective spouses after working. They literally hated each other. The only reason why they stayed together was for their daughter. And I was just something about the way that they did their show that made me think, like, something's off. I used to tell my dad, like, something is wrong with them. And he like, what are you talking about? I'm like, they don't seem like they really want to be with each other, like they really love each other. Like, it just seems very fake. And he was like, I don't know. But it came out years later, Gina Neely decided she didn't want to be with Pat Neely no more. And this is while they were still filming the show. She decided she wanted a divorce, but they had already signed a contract with Food Network to make the show. So they continued to do the show and pretend to be married all while they were getting a divorce. Then Gina Neely, some years later, pops up over on Bravo doing this show where they go over to Italy to go find love. And she was just not the best. It just didn't work.
So they said, did it work? Oh, shit.
No. Everybody else found somebody, but she didn't find nobody.
Well, damn.
She didn't find nobody. It still exists, like Antenna or No Cool. I love the Neelys. I didn't like the Neelys. Like I said, something about them didn't sit right with me. It's very, very fake and performative. It was just like, what the fuck is going on? And then what really pissed me off was how they made collards one day. They took fresh collards. Listen to me. Collards are very tough. They're not as tough as kale, but they're very tough. They took fresh collards and put them in a pan and fried them with just some bacon fat and a little bit of onion. And I'm looking and I'm just like, how y'all eating that? This is gonna give you gas. You cannot eat collard greens straight out like that, like you would do lettuce. It has a protective film on it to protect from predators, to protect from animals eating it. If you just eat that shit straight, it's gonna cause you to have some intestinal issues. You can't just fry it up quick in a pan like you would do spinach and then just eat it. You can't do that. And them motherfuckers did that shit, and that pissed me off. I'm watching this, and I was like, I know damn well y'all ain't frying these damn collards in no pan. Okay. We're not doing this.
Ooh.
Not your cookie show be in the works. Period. You're gonna be on TV. Good for you. I use
Don't
a hair
forget
care
us when you
palette.
go.
Right.
Literally. And maybe
I
like
use a hair
slap me
care
$20
palette.
every now and again, you know?
Hell no. He ain't gonna do nothing but spend it on cigarettes. Don't give it to him. No.
You can send it to me then. You can send it to me then.
You leave me and my cigarettes alone, okay?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yeah, because you know what? I'm pissed because I girl bossed too close to the sun, and on Monday I smoked my last one, and I said, "Shit, I'm out of cigarettes and I'm out of money. Damn."
Yeah, I'm gonna bully you until you stop drinking, until you stop smoking.
Well,
Maybe that was a
Mama,
sign.
Miss Mamas, you gonna be bullying me for a while. Thank God I got game.
Not Miss Mamas. Miss Mamas.
No, you say you're gonna be going for a while.
I like
Again,
Tabitha's hair care products.
hey, listen, my parents were my first bullies. I survived that. I could survive whatever she throws at me.
Nope.
I'm just like,
he right,
just
because his mama
cigarettes?
would say, I wouldn't say to my worst enemy. It's gonna be up when I see that little bitch too. Fuck her. I can't stand
I mean, she is small. She's like 5 foot nothing.
Yeah.
Before you go at her, let me get my camera out so I can record.
Fuck her. Shit.
She's been talking to me a lot more recently too. It's weird.
Why? What does she want?
She doesn't want nothing. It's just because like I got like a new phone, so she's checking in. She's like, "Oh my God, how's the new phone? Are you enjoying everything?"
Why you
like,
didn't want to help me get one? You raggedy bitch.
and she's like, "Oh, are you enjoying this? Like, how's work? How are you doing? You're working." She was like, "You've been working so hard. It's really nice that you're treating yourself the way that you are. Like, it's good to finally reward yourself, considering how hard you're working. I hope you're not working too
Reward
hard."
myself with doing what I'm supposed to do. And to keep myself connected to the world, I have to have a fucking phone.
And she was like, she's like, "I'm so proud of you. Like, I know God has big plans for you."
Mm-hmm.
It's like, don't forget that you were prophesied over. You have the blessing of David. When you talk, people listen.
Did you remember that when you kicked me out the house and then moved? Did you remember that? Like, I would be on her ass.
She doesn't remember it that way.
Okay.
And if she doesn't remember it that way, then it didn't happen.
Gonna help her remember.
She thinks as it of him gaining his independence.
Well, I'm not. That's not what it was. She abandoned that boy and left him out here hanging in the dry. And if he hadn't had people to help him, who knows where he would have been? That shit is wild as hell to me.
I would have been on the street.
It wasn't like he was like 30 or 40 years old. She didn't give him shit to work with. Luckily, Rico was savvy enough to be able to do what he needed to do to take care of himself. Because honestly, life could have been much worse. So you need to, you do deserve a lot of credit, but she don't deserve shit. I wouldn't tell her a motherfucking thing. She would get one word answers from me. How are you doing? Fine. I'm fine.
It's hilarious because like I was talking to my boss about it because like me and my boss were just kind of shooting the shit at like my main job. And I was like, I just casually mentioned, like, yeah, like I was legally homeless straight out of like almost like, you know, the year after high school. Like I was legally homeless. And he was like, what does that mean? And I said, okay, it's a long story, but essentially, and
what
like,
does that mean? What?
I'm like, legally, I didn't live anywhere. And then like it's like immediately when I went into like the whole story, like it was just jaw dropping. I'm like, when his jaw dropped and like he had like that reaction, I was like, see, that was the reaction that my first therapist had.
Like, refer to me to somebody else, please.
Right.
Oh my God, my therapist is Charlotte. I feel so bad for the therapist I had in Charlotte because every time I'd reveal something new, she'd just be like, "Oh my gosh, it's like they did that." And I was like, "Yeah." You're not
gonna say it. He says it so. It's the way he says it. It's so casual because he used to it, and all of us when he told us, we just like, "What the fuck do you mean?
I know.
What's going on?"
I had a panic attack and I ended up throwing up because of it, and like I had really bad like dry mouth after the fact. And then I was complaining about it, and he's like, well, what's wrong with you? And I was like, well, I have really bad dry mouth. And he's like, well, like I'm like I've been drinking water, but it just won't go away. And he was like, well, what's wrong? And I was like, no, I just like threw up earlier. And he was like, oh my God, that's like horrible. Like throwing up is the worst thing. And I was like, okay, first of all, I was bulimic all throughout middle school and high school, so a little throw up never hurt anybody. And he was like, that's not good.
No, like, see, that's how everybody's.
And then he looked at me. He was like, but also, he's like, this is gonna sound really fucked up, but of course you were.
Jesus Christ.
And I say, you ain't had to say that, Alex. Okay.
Right.
Which the fact that he has the same name as my brother is making me really upset because I'm like, I hate referring to him because there's two Alexes at this job, and I'm like,
Do
oh
have
great.
A nickname? Ask me for the nickname.
He did mention that he really loves potatoes earlier, and so during our team meeting that we have every week, he mentioned really loving tater tots, and someone in the meeting referred to him as Big Tater Tot or Big Tater, and so I
How
think we're
old
going to
is
start
he?
that. He's like 41.
Excuse me?
He's 41.
They work at a call
Pardon?
center. You gotta keep it interesting.
Yeah.
You is at the call center telling everybody you love tater tots as a grown ass. Okay.
Because it was like National Potato Day coming up or something. He was like, "I love potatoes. I don't know if y'all
Who
know this, but
knows
French
it's
fries."
National Potato Day?
Baby, he said he loved potatoes. That was
Because
crazy.
okay, so again, it's a call center. So every weekly team meeting, we go through the monthly calendar, and there are people who like all like the leads or whatever are tasked. So he's like the main. We call him a coach, but he's the manager essentially, right? So he manager coach, same thing. Our lead is named Linda. She's like directly beneath him, right, in terms of the team. So she's the lead assigned to the coach. So the leads of every team are essentially tasked with finding things throughout the month to celebrate. So she makes like these really, really pretty calendars, and she just kind of finds holidays, and then they have to get approved. Because I remember um, she was like telling me because her desk is right behind mine, so like me and her chit chat all the time, and she was telling me how she was having a hard time for April because they made her put Good Friday on there because she put originally like Find a Rainbow Day because it is a national thing. It's like Find a Rainbow Day, like oh look for a rainbow and it's whatever. But they instead made her swap it out with Good Friday. But she was like, I thought we weren't allowed to like put religious holidays on here, or like they can't be like you can't use like religious imagery or whatever. Because she was like, there's no Good Friday like imagery that doesn't involve crosses and Jesus. So she's like, this is kind of like a conflict of interest because I was told we can't put religious imagery, but you make me put a holiday on there that only has anyway. It was a whole thing, but she found National Potato Day, so it became a topic of discourse because we are required to have these meetings every week. And so he's like, it's time off the phone, so it's times that we don't have to take alarms or whatever. But it's like, we just usually I will say I'm usually the one that now that I've joined the team, I do derail the conversations 9 times out of 10.
I can tell.
He had like a Freudian slip where he was trying to say windy, but he actually said wedgie. And I was like, that's a Freudian slip, my friend. He was like, oh, and he made like a joke insinuating like, oh, I received a lot of wedgies in high school. And I was like, you look like it. And he was like,
what the fuck?
And it was like, and I'm saying this in a team's meeting. In a team's meeting, you guys.
Going on? What is
And he was like, and he started laughing. He was like, you know what? He's like, you're out of line, but you're not wrong.
Well, that's hell. Hell no. Me and you would have a conversation.
I'm gonna light you up.
The only reason that like he doesn't mind being like the butt of the joke. He's made that very clear. And also, ever since I joined the team, I have been in his top 3 performers. In like I think within the like when we first started counting my metrics when I first got out of training, I think I started off at number 3 top performer, and then I closed the month out in the top 2. So I'm the second best performer on his team. So he kind of lets me get away with some stuff.
Because you make the money.
It's not necessarily that I'm making the money. I just make him look good to his boss.
Love that for you both.
Mm-hmm. But I remember one day, like I was like freaking out because one of like my metrics dipped below what it normally was, and I was like really like, oh my god, like I'm so bad at my job. And he was like, bro, like the only thing that this like the metric system does, it just means that you can qualify to work from home, but you said that you don't want to work from home. And I was like, yeah, I don't. He's like, so then don't really worry about this shit then. He's like, if you don't want to like this is like if you meet your metrics consistently for 6 months, then you can start working from home. But if you don't want to do it, then why are you worrying about it? And I'm like, you know what? You're so right.
What you beating yourself up at work?
And then it's hilarious because like I was like, because I'm like I just don't want to get fired is my thing. Because I'm like I know when I worked at the other call center last year, there was someone who had worked there and was like, yeah, like I worked at ADT, and then I had got let go because they had hired too many people. Because they overhire because they expect people to quit, and then if enough people don't quit, they will start firing people, and they usually trim the fat first, like the lower performers or whatever. And so I was like, I know for a fact I'm like a lot of people are coming in, so I'm like I got to keep my metrics up to some degree. Like I don't want to jeopardize anything. It's a decent job. I don't like it, but it's a decent job. And I'm like, I would like during like our last one-on-one, I was like, I'm like, you know what? It's kind of funny that like I was consistently having like a lot of anxiety around this job, and I kept feeling like I sucked at it. And then come to find out, like my metrics have just been consistently good. And he was like, yeah, do you know how exhausting that was to hear from you? And I said, you know what? You have a point there.
That's crazy. Yeah. All right. I'm going to put the medicine back, babe. This is trash. Okay. Question number 3, because we were doing 6. What? Yeah, medicine, honey.
Where was it?
On the table over there. Where do you think it was, love? Okay. Can I anything else? I'm asking so I don't get interrupted and I can actually finish this, because I literally just went on about a 45-minute tangent about Food Network scandals. And
and we're better people for it.
I heard all that shit.
Well, I'm sorry, but it was on my mind and I knew it was.
Blame that on me.
I'm not blaming you for anything. I'm saying, is there anything else that you need from me? Because I want to get this done. You know what? You don't care.
I learned so much from the Food Network's rant.
We are moving on. She has nothing left to give. She just said that. So we just made it to question number 3, and she didn't even read it yet.
I haven't even read it. It's only on 3.
Let's get it together, y'all.
I'm the manager of a team of 4 employees. One of the girls, Erin, is really performative. Like, she races to her desk at 8 a.m. so the boss will see her working, even though her shift starts at 8:30. The boss has noticed her hustle, and he's given her assignments to do behind my back. I told her to report what she's working on, but the boss says she doesn't have to. I feel like I'm getting squeezed out. Anyway, we had a big presentation for a new client. So I came to work on a Sunday to get the meeting room ready. I walked in the office and caught our manager bent over while Erin was behind him with her face buried between his cheeks.
Oh, so she a real eater, huh?
Okay.
Tiny, empty liquor bottles were on the table. When I walked in, they didn't stop. So I took the video of them as I backed out the room and left. We didn't get the new account till the boss made staff cuts. He fired Dolores, the hardest worker, and Rocky, the IT guy. He announced Erin was going to be in management and told me I had 2 weeks to train her. I knew I was about to get fired, and I need this job. So I showed my boss my video, and I told him I'm not getting fired, and I want better pay. That video don't mean shit to me. If you can do that better than her, we can discuss your options. If not, prepare to be downsized.
Oh
God
damn. That's, you know what? That's even more embarrassing, is that you try to blackmail and he don't care.
What the fuck that mean? I don't get my ass ate, so what?
First of all, you showed the video to the wrong person. Unless he is like the CEO and the actual owner of the business, like, I wouldn't have shown him shit. Like, I would have kept that shit to myself. But, like, you peeped your whole card, my guy. Like, you really, you low-key kind of fucked yourself. I would have put the video on the internet.
He really said, I don't give a fuck.
He's trying to fire me. Meanwhile, he gave this lady eating his ass.
How is it revenge porn? They got attracted to
her. Now I'm eating his ass.
A management position.
I mean, she was in
she
there.
eats ass for a management position. You must be hard up, baby, because I'm not gonna eat no man's ass. But the way they wash, Girl.
I mean, she might like it. So
yeah, shit. You like eating shit too? You like putting shit and tissue in your mouth?
Start digging in your butt, twin.
Think about what I'm saying, because I feel like this.
I'm talking about in there.
Talk about in there. Oh my god.
I don't know what advice. It look like you need to find a new job. That's the advice.
No, literally, start prepping that resume, girly pop. Come on.
Go ahead, you got
And
2
when you
weeks to
leave,
find your
send
new
the
job.
video around the office so everybody know that's what she did to get the job.
Send it in the email.
Yep, but make sure it's encrypted so you'll get caught.
Stop.
Gerard is right. It is revenge porn, but technically it ain't no revenge. Well, yes, it is.
You was trying to use it to your advantage.
Let's see if you
Yeah,
can
tell one of y'all niggas it's
enough.
jealous.
Go ahead and put that video in one of them links. That PowerPoint or something. So when she click on it,
You could go buy a burner phone, right? And be at like a McDonald's with Wi-Fi or a cafe with Wi-Fi and upload that shit, throw the burner phone away, make sure you have all the other files deleted off your phone.
Jesus.
What? Fuck y'all. Shit, y'all sit up here quiet.
She
like
giving y'all some knowledge. I'm on your side, okay? No, I agree.
No, like I'm
She giving y'all some good tips. She giving y'all some good tips.
And the fact that you just laid it out like that, like you've done it before. And that's really
I've never done that.
but that's what you gotta do.
But that's what
you do. What you gotta do. Like,
I've never had to do that, but I'm just saying, if I was to do it, the first thing I would think of, you could go buy like a track phone from like Walmart for like $100 maybe. Sometimes less than that. You don't need it to be great. You just need it to be able to download the video in the quality that is in. That's it. So get you a little cheap ass track phone. Go to the McDonald's so they trace the IP to that McDonald's. It's a track phone. They don't have it connected to anything else. It's made off of minutes. So they're not going to track you. Put that shit on the phone. You send it wherever you want to send it. Post it wherever you want to post it. Don't post it to no account that's connected to no email that you have or anything. Make sure it is a full dummy account. Get rid of the shit. Delete all the stuff. Move on. Don't even think about it no more. Just saying. Now, if some IT people can track the shit, they can track it. But if you're using a dummy phone to do everything, it's very hard to track anything with a phone that's not connected to Verizon, AT&T, or whatever. Because there's no
just track who bought a track phone.
They don't save no files. None of that. You don't have an account. That's why they call it burner phones. Or just go to one of your well, if you don't know nothing about the streets, then you ain't gonna be able to find nobody on the streets that sell burner phones. But if you from the hood, then it's a whole bunch of niggas that sell. It's niggas that sell stuff that you need. You just gotta know where to look. If that makes sense. Anyways, before I get in trouble for some criminal activity. Question number 4. No matter what goes on during the day, I wake up at 3:13 a.m. All right. I fall asleep hours later. Something frightens me. My eyes snap open, and it's exactly 3:13 a.m. My grandmother told me it's lottery numbers and I should play it. My fiance Jason told me I needed medicine to help me sleep. I don't have health insurance to get a prescription. So Jason got me edibles and relaxation tea to knock me out. It worked well until one night it didn't. One night I didn't eat the edible. I drank the tea. I fell asleep with Jason beside me. Boom, 3:13 a.m. I woke up to muffled hip hop music. I followed the sound to an alley behind our apartment. I look out my window and where I see Jason laid back in the driver's seat of my car while a woman is furiously giving him head.
Jesus.
I shouted his name out the window and he sped off. Jason didn't return that night, so I reported my car stolen. The next day, I took an Uber to visit his mom at the halfway house. Jesus. I brought her flowers and edibles. His mom went crazy after the edibles, and she sexually assaulted several of the men in the home and was evicted.
Oh my God.
Jason called and said he wanted to return my car and he needed a place for his mom to stay while he tried to get her back in a program. Should I let her stay or not? I miss Jason, and maybe keeping his addict mom will make us closer. I'm sorry.
If you think so, then go ahead, girl. Shit.
What the fuck? How did we go from you not being able to sleep? What's going on?
Yeah, but anyways, girl.
Where did you get the edibles? Did he give you the edibles? I need to know. My fiance.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. So Jason got me edibles and relaxation tea. Then you gave her flowers and edibles. Were they the edibles he gave you?
Must have been.
Bitch, he was trying to make you. Oh my God. Something don't sound right. I don't like this. No, you dumb hoe. No, no. What is wrong with you? How do we go from you not being able to sleep to him? What is happening? What happened?
Seriously in here.
He said, not the halfway house. What the fuck?
I'm still on the part where the mom just went ballistic.
The mom is in a halfway house, but like, okay, that's not a home. She was in a halfway house because she used to be in jail. And then she took the edibles and she sexually assaulted. How did she do that? Are the halfway houses co-ed? I thought the halfway houses wasn't co-ed. Like, what am I?
Don't people work at halfway houses?
Yeah, but she was there. She was a tenant.
So like, I thought in the halfway houses you live by yourself.
Yeah, but it's like a building, and they have other former inmates in that halfway house. Sometimes it's a house, sometimes it's an apartment, like where they have in the complex where they'll have other apartments that they use to transition the inmates into society, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to understand, like, is it co-ed? Because I always assumed they kept them separate until they went into society on their own. I didn't know that it was co-ed, but like, how does she have access to them? Like, I need answers, and you're not giving enough fucking information. You gave too much. You gave too much because you started off saying you can't sleep at night and you wake up at 3:13. And I'm like, bitch, who cares? Your man is bringing you edibles to fuck with you, and then he's sleeping with other women. He stole your car. Why is he not arrested? The next day, you decided to go visit his mom, which, why? For what? And you brought her flowers and edibles, and after the edibles, she went crazy and sexually assaulted several of the men in the home and was evicted.
Absolutely crazy.
So not only you still can't sleep at night, bitch, you still get up at 3:13 every morning. Not only can't you sleep, but you done cursed his mama and gave her these tired ass edibles. And then you gonna say some, should I let her stay or not? At this point, fuck it. Yeah, let her stay. Let her stay. You done got her evicted from her house. You might as well. Go on. All y'all be fucked up on edibles together. Jesus Christ. I've never been so fucking confused before in my life. That is the stupidest shit. Question number 5. We've been in a relationship for 2 years. She thinks she's my main, but she ain't. I always wanted boundaries. She had her place, and I had mine, and I wanted to keep it like that. 2 months ago, I lost his job, and that's when I decided we should move in together. Oh, that is, I should live with her. She said no, as she should. Fuck you. Some BS about she got her place exactly how she wants it. I think she's seeing other niggas, and I told her, make room for me or I'm out. She said, take care. And she blocked me from everything. What did I miss? What the fuck is she on? No, you got what you wanted.
You wasn't the main eater.
Like, what? You asked for boundaries? There's a boundary. That was easy. The fuck? Simple. Question number 6. Finally. Goddamn. I met this sister at the gym. I'm not a lesbian. I bet you eat box though. Her body was tea. She's serious about her workout. She's serious about her workouts and she's cool as fuck. She helps me with my workouts and she created a menu for me. I begged my husband to work out with me, but he refused. He would pick me up from the gym, but would never come in. He saw my new friend, parked the car, and came inside to work out. We're a 1-car family, and he goes to the gym twice as much as I do. Oh, shit. February 23rd, my husband was in a car accident and I met him at the hospital. Not a scratch on the car, but his face was wrecked. He explained that the airbag exploded in his face when he slammed on the brakes to avoid the accident. I returned to the gym and found out that management banned him because he was too flirty with my friend and he groped her and she beat him with the weights. God damn.
Shit.
Oh my God. I'm furious at him and too embarrassed to return to the gym. Meanwhile, my husband is walking around like a unicorn with that big knot on his forehead and refuses to tell me what really happened. What to do at this point? Bitch.
If you asking me, then I don't know.
Ma'am, your husband tried to sleep with somebody that you was at the gym with, somebody that you was cool with. He saw her and immediately was like, yeah, I'm gonna try to get at that. And the girl, thank God, the girl got some sense, but she beat that man beat the shit out that man with the weights. Okay. And you asking us, what should you do at this point? He's not even telling you what really happened. He's still lying. How you get into a car accident with the car ain't messed up? You're like, oh, the airbag's deployed. Yeah, but if you hit somebody or somebody hit you, there would be damage. Where is the damage? And you just gonna ask us what to do at this point? At this point, keep letting them lie to you and keep on going where you're going. Because it don't seem like you're trying to leave. The nigga literally got his ass whooped for being too touchy-feely with a bitch, and you asking us what you should be doing. Right. Okay. That's it. That's all. We ain't got no more. I'm gonna leave because I can't say no more. I'm gonna get out of here. Okay. Don't forget, tomorrow I'm gonna go live over on the Down for the Count YouTube channel, and that's where we're gonna talk about a couple things. But the main topic tomorrow is going to be if you woke up in Triple H's body, what would you do? Would you change the WWE? Would you fire some people? Would you keep some people? Would you change the storylines? How would you book WWE? Remember, you're Triple H, which means you have all creative control and power at that point, and you got a seat on the board because he's also a member of the board. So y'all got all day and today and the rest of tonight, and you got all day tomorrow to figure out what you would do, and y'all can put it in the comments when we go live tomorrow over on Down for the Count. All right. And as always, my other podcast stuff I want to talk about is up. Every week we got Reddit Fridays, and then on Wednesdays we'll fluctuate with Pop Culture Wednesday and some other stuff. But that stuff is coming. Okay, we got some stuff already set and scheduled to come out, and for the next 2 months, Reddit Fridays is already set to go. It comes out every Friday or between 12 and 3 over on Spotify, so you can't miss it. And if you're subscribed to my other YouTube channel, the audio portion comes out over there on my YouTube channel, so you can listen to it over there. All right. So I'll be back Friday for SmackDown, per the usual. Now, if you don't know, this Saturday is Stand and Deliver. You can watch it over on the YouTube channel. It's WWE's main YouTube channel is where you can watch it. Sexy Red is supposed to make an appearance. You're going to have the pre-show match. It's a 10-man tag team match between Birthright, Hank and Tank, Eli Knight, Ren Sinclair, and Shiloh Hill. They'll all be competing in a 10-man tag team match. Then you have the tag team titles will be defended. Vanity Project is going up against Los Americanos. And you have Sol Ruka and Zarya. They'll be competing in a match. And whoever wins, I don't know where this will lead them, but of course it'll set Zarya on a good course if she wins. And if Sol Ruka loses, then they can just pull her up and she can have a good time. Also, Johnny Gargano has returned to his home of NXT, and he'll be facing off against Miles Bourne for the North American Championship. And the NXT Championship will also be defended in a fatal four-way. You got Ricky Saints, Ethan Page, Joe Hendry, and Tony D'Angelo all vying for the NXT Championship. And of course, the Women's North American Championship is also being contested. Tatum Paxley is the current champion. She will be defending her title against the Glamour Blake Monroe. And finally, they don't have the graphic up yet, but it has been determined that due to last night's events after the number one contenders match, it will be a triple threat for JC Jane's NXT Women's Championship. Lola Vice and Kendall Gray will compete against the current champion JC Jane, and one of them will emerge victorious and the champion. So don't forget, it comes on Saturday. It starts at 7 p.m. and it is over on YouTube for us in the States, and it is on Netflix for those of us that are in the international realm. Okay. And with that being said, I'm going to leave because I've been on here for 3.5 hours.
Peace up. A-Town down.
Bye.
Have a good night. Bye.
Yes. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content. Check out our merch and consider becoming a member for exclusive perks, special emojis, and members-only content.